What?
And I'm going to give you one opportunity because we're friends.
Winner! Who gives a shit about where the ball's been?
Yeah, F him. They went from loving this guy, best move ever, to hating him.
I think it's the most ridiculous thing in the world.
I love it because it tells you how the game was played.
There's nowhere for him to go. I think there's one place.
You can't do that in the national team.
Those things that are absolutely insane.
Successful and sexy? No. It wasn't aggravating at times? Yes.
Sorry,
That's not very fair.
It's not about being fair.
Welcome to the greatest soccer show ever.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the weekly recap from We Are Soccer. Whew, my word, I'm exhausted from a weekend of soccer. I tell you what, I've watched so many soccer games this weekend, I don't even know where to start. Some absolutely brilliant games, some huge storylines. By the way, the transfer window closed on Friday, European transfer window. Still open in Saudi Arabia for another couple of hours. I believe that closes tomorrow afternoon our time. So some moves could still happen there. And yes, the games that happened this week, incredible. Some of the best games I think you'll see if you were paying attention. Liverpool beat Man United 3-0. Hat-trick Haaland, the Norwegian machine, is at it again. Victor Oshimen stuck at Napoli and not registered, by the way, to play for the season. He'll have to leave in January if he wants to play at all this season. We'll get to that. Oh, by the way, Toney is going to Al Hilal, and you'll never guess how much money he is earning per week. An unbelievable amount. And now we see why he moved. We'll talk about that. Barcelona off to a flyer under Hansi Flick. They win 7-0 this weekend. They're now 3-0 and leading La Liga. Wow, has that man turned that club around. Unbelievable. Everton, well, some people in the room picked Everton to be relegated. I was not one of them. Brooks, you were definitely one of them. And they showed this weekend why that actually could be a reality. It could really come true. Up 2-0 in the 87th minute and then lose 3-2. Incredible Everton doing Everton things. We've also got Mbappe finally, oh my word, finally scoring goals for Real Madrid. Only the leading shot taker in La Liga without a goal. He's got finally a goal. He scored 2 today. And Bayern Leverkusen lose a game. Yep, yeah, you heard that correctly. Bayer Leverkusen lost a game. I don't know what to say about that either, actually. The referee clearly did not add enough extra time. He must have missed the boat on that one, referee. All right, we got a lot to get to. I mean, just so much soccer. By the way, next weekend is International Weekend. The U.S. men's national team released their roster today of players who are going to be playing in the next 2 games, New Zealand and Canada. So we're going to talk about that. We've got just an absolute storm of a show tonight. Oh, and by the way, if you feel like calling in, we'll put out that number shortly, and you can call in at around 9:40. We'll have a little fun. Again, it's me, your wonderful host, Craig Hearn, but I'm joined by the ever grateful, the ever fun, the ever argumentative, stop working out, Mr. Nate. And your camera went out, Nate. What the F?
Yeah, don't worry.
No one needs to see you?
No one wants to see me.
No one
needs to see me.
Oh, no. What happened to your camera, Nate?
Who
now we got to
cares?
fix. Oh.
Hey, so I was up north this weekend.
You were?
Like north.
North?
North.
That's my camera.
Like north.
How north?
Like north enough for my reception not to work.
Oh, that's fun.
It was glorious.
I'm sure you liked that.
You know what's nice when you're that far north?
Is that?
You don't have to see your teams lose.
Interesting.
Soccer's stupid.
Soccer is stupid. If I could
I'm-
get your
I'm-
camera to work, that'd be phenomenal.
No, it's
By
cool.
the way.
I'm going to go live with them. This is me up north right now. This is a live fixture of me up north. That's
up north
that's
in the
why
woods.
I'm still in the woods.
In the woods.
I'm riding moose and hanging out with Bigfoot up north.
Hanging out with Bigfoot.
And Bigfoot even says
What's
soccer is
I
stupid.
was about to say, does Bigfoot does he support a team?
No, he doesn't because you don't get reception up north.
If he were to support a team, which team?
Oh, Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest. Oh, that was
Pure
brilliant.
Nottingham.
Oh, that was brilliant.
That's brilliant. That's like it's a layup.
I
mean,
could not come up with an answer. I was like, which team would he
Oh,
support?
bullshit. You
I did not get Nottingham Forest. So I'd have
How
to
did
that
you
one.
not get Nottingham? There's the only right answer.
I mean,
Nottingham Forest.
You're 100% correct.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Want to know
Well-
why?
Why?
'Cause Bigfoot and I was hanging out by the fire.
Bigfoot and you hanging out by the fire.
He asked me how Nottingham Forest was doing.
So,
I said, we're almost there with Gio Reyna. He had to go back.
oh my word.
He had to go back.
Gio Reyna, by the way, on the list for the U.S. men's national team.
Why?
He's on the roster. Someone
No.
needs to explain this to me. Why is
Because,
this man
well, the only thing we'll get into it, but it's probably just because there's a caretaker manager going on right now, right?
Yeah.
So it's a copy and paste. It's copy paste, basically. Control.
Take the
select.
last team to play.
Yeah, you
and
just do
plunk.
that.
Yeah.
Because there's no way Mahoney started again for the undefeated Hoffenheim or Heidelheim. Sorry, that's sitting top of the league, by the way. So
well, we'll look at that table. We'll look at the
I'm
the
just
Bundesliga
saying
table
you're gonna leave
shortly.
that guy out. You're gonna leave that guy out. That guy
Maybe he said
is
something.
Tyler Adams playing.
Probably no. He
He had one game, half a game,
Not even that.
smelled a game, played FIFA in a game.
Still, it's played FIFA.
Played
played
FIFA
really
again.
well, by the way,
Oh, he's amazing.
on amateur setting.
Yes.
I think that's a
The
setting.
only setting you play with, so you can rack up the scores.
No idea. I don't do video games.
No, you should. Amateur setting. Make a Craig Hearn.
Hey, my
Just-
team could actually win. That'd be great.
Yes.
Oh well.
Manager, player, Craig Hearn.
Oh,
And amateur.
and amateur.
4-4-2.
Yeah.
Punt it long to Craig Hearn so he can score against Man City.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Villa
my
win
language.
all the things. Villa win
Yeah.
all the things with starting
Absolutely.
manager striker Craig Hearn.
You nailed it.
Oh,
Absolutely
it'd
nailed
be
it.
glorious. This is what you're missing by not playing these video games.
I need to get into video games. Apparently.
Yes, because you
told me this.
basically can just live your life how you want it to live.
You know, I just don't have the patience for video games, but maybe I'll give it.
Reality is subjective. Okay?
Love
We
it.
might all be living in a simulation.
Yes, like the Matrix.
We haven't-
Exactly.
hasn't
But
been-
your simulation could be FIFA.
Yeah.
And in that simulation world of where the avatars could be real, Craig Hearn is the owner, manager,
like
and
where this is
forward of Aston Villa
I like where
that
this
have
is-
just finished the Champions League by Craig Hearn.
Maybe we just need to cancel today's show so I can go home and do this FIFA thing.
We can buy you a game.
Oh, okay. Let's do that.
We're in.
Yeah. Brooks, do you do the video games? Are you into FIFA and on the manager?
Just lacrosse.
Long time ago, not anymore.
You're so young. I would have thought you would have been into the video games.
I was, but then after college, it was like, oh, kind of rather do more productive things than just play video games.
Excuse me?
I think you just insulted Nate.
I insulted
Excuse me?
him. How often do you play?
Enough for video games to be my reality.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Well, all right. Well, hey, lots to get
Hey,
to.
YouTube proved to me right now that I'm not living in a video game.
Yeah. I do like watching YouTube videos, though.
Yeah.
I do too. Hopefully, we got people watching on YouTube here.
Yeah.
Hey, leave a comment, guys, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. Brooks would really appreciate it.
In my video game, we're number 1 in YouTube.
Are you Stuttgart in your FIFA manager team?
Yes.
Yes.
And we win all the things.
Win all the things.
All the things.
Who's on your team? Who have you bought?
It's not Craig Hearn, myself,
Oh, okay.
you.
Oh,
mean-
I'm on the team.
Yeah,
Cool.
hell yeah.
I like that.
I mean, it's not hard. We've won 3 Champions Leagues in a row. Why can't you do it?
Well,
I
Nate,
mean,
speaking of Stuttgart and Champions League, the draw came out.
let's not talk about that. We're
What?
losing all the games.
You're not excited?
No.
Oh, my God.
I don't understand it.
There's nothing to understand.
It's
We'll
very
get-
confusing.
We'll get to that. We'll explain a
I
little.
guess we're playing teams.
You're playing 8 different teams.
Wow.
Yep. And those teams are playing you and 7 other different teams.
Okay.
So it's like, what the hell's going on here?
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't actually. But the draw, I'm sorry. I think I might be one of the only people out there. I thought it was so entertaining. I was absolutely.
And you thought this was going to be
enthralled.
horrible. You guys were so like, oh, this could not be good and it could be bad. And this is not going to be great because they deviated from old ways.
Because there's ways to manipulate it.
Did you
more now.
did you miss my opening statement when I said I completely am confused by how all
Yes.
things works?
Yes.
And one of the main videos that they put together at the beginning was all the players and the people that are confused. And you know what the end of the video they did? Not explain how it actually works. So it was just like
There you go.
a nothing video.
Yeah.
With a bunch of cool players in it and Zlatan stamping around. But
Yeah.
I got to be honest, the whole draw, the whole thing, I was just enthralled. I absolutely loved it, and I was entertained to the core.
I just think it's
Absolutely
fun, the matchups we have, it looks like, because there are a lot of teams that you wouldn't expect to go to certain places, smaller venues and larger venues and whatnot that you get to see.
Yeah.
Dude, you got a lot of teams that are getting the shit pushed in right now by like the better
Yeah.
teams. It's
What
like,
if it doesn't happen?
yeah.
What if like Sparta Prague just upsets a bunch of people because they're
And-
crazy fans and
be awesome.
you know,
I mean, yeah, sure.
and they light flares everywhere.
Yeah, and if aliens show up tomorrow,
Yeah.
we'll
We don't
change
talk
the,
about the aliens.
we'll change the the dynamics of the whole world. I mean,
I know.
ifs and buts, coconuts. Come on.
Yes.
Now I'm hungry. All right, let's
For coconuts?
nuts and
Butts?
coconuts.
You're hungry for butts.
I don't know.
This just in, ladies and gentlemen. Craig
Yeah,
Hearn is
apparently.
hungry for
I
butts.
thought we meant peanuts.
No.
Nuts and nuts and
No.
peanuts and butts.
No.
Anyway, all right, let's jump in. Let's get to the main game. It was that big one that happened today. I think normally when this game happens, it's close anywhere from 700 to 900 million people around the world are watching this. Man United hosting Liverpool.
I
the
was not.
bitterest of derbies. I cannot believe you just told people you did not watch this game. That,
Yeah,
that,
that's
that
not a
blows
good
my
look,
mind.
Brooks. Anyways,
Well, yeah, other soccer things
He
going on.
literally texted me today and goes, "Dude, why are the Man United fans so mad?" Oh, good Lord, Brooks. Because they played their bitter rivals today and lost. This game ended 3-0 Liverpool. This game, in my opinion, could have been 7-3. I think Man United could have had some goals. I think with a little bit more composure, Liverpool could have had some goals. And if we're being very honest with ourselves, the first 10 or 15, maybe 20 minutes, I think Man United came out with some fire and they looked like they were going to possess and control this game and really give Liverpool a go and give them a game here. There were some really good things from that Man United team in the first 20 minutes. After that, it went downhill. An offside call to nullify a Diaz goal.
which was
sorry,
right.
Trent Alexander-Arnold goal, which is the right call. Absolutely right call. The ball went forward, marginally went forward. Mo Salah in offside position touches the ball, clearly goes to Trent Alexander-Arnold, which changed the direction and pushed the ball in the net.
What's wacky
Clearly.
is when they change the offside rule, that actually will be a goal, which I disagree with. But when they change the offside rule, Mo Salah, because his portion of his body is still in line with the defender,
Yes.
he is going to be onside, and that would constitute an actual goal.
That's going to be wild
Yep.
when that happens.
Yep.
Which is
Which-
supposed to happen when we come back after the international break.
Yep.
By the way, there is an international break next week. We'll get to all that good stuff. Listen, I think once that non-goal, the VAR ruled it to come back and not be a goal from Trent Alexander, it all went downhill for Man United. Right after that, all of a sudden, you just saw Liverpool really start to possess more defensively and in the midfield, and then they start to do a little bit of carving. And then Man United have a play where Casemiro gets the ball in the individual box, and he looks up. He sees Mainu, who makes a motion up the field, turns his head and runs up the field. Casemiro doesn't see him put his head down and run up the field, and he passes the ball into that direction, easily picked off, and off to the races we go.
And see, I disagree. I mean, I think everything was fine until that just happened.
Okay, I think it was
they
after
were good.
the non-goal, but
I thought
okay.
they're actually, when the non-goal happened, they actually picked up the pace. They actually had a couple more, United actually drove it down the field a couple times. Missouri had a couple opportunities. That was where he flubbed that kick right in the middle.
Yep.
Right after that, it was right when Casemiro completely botched whatever he was trying to do. That it was wind out of the sails at that point.
Wind out of the sails for sure at that point. Once that ball goes into the back of the net, it's almost like the wind went out of the sails of the players and the stadium.
Yeah.
I think Man United fans really went, okay, we've done well here, but they are up 1-0, and it could have been 2-0. This we're going to have to put in a really good effort, and we're going to see what happens. And then it just goes to pieces. I think, honestly, the game was won in the midfield, right, in my opinion. Man United were outworked by the midfield of Liverpool.
Yep.
I feel like the Szoboszlai, Alex McAllister, those two just worked and worked. Szoboszlai was just all over the place today. Diaz tracking back. The second goal, he bumps from behind, knocks over Casemiro. Either way,
It's not a foul.
When it happened, I thought it was a foul.
No.
I thought it was a foul.
No, it's not. Dude,
It's almost like he was in the back. It's almost like he went in the back of him.
I think Casemiro went down like a ton of bricks. I think he should have protected the ball more. Yeah. And what's worse is his reactions after the play, where he slowly got up and didn't even make an attempt to recover and help out the defensive line, which we had a discussion about, which we'll get. By the way, the amount of texts that we have back and forth as a group is if you people only knew. My mom was in for Florida, and I set my phone down, and next thing I look, there's 45 different text messages all over the place. Anyways, I felt, and we had the discussion about this a little bit, that not only did Casemiro cause the first goal, but he's responsible for the second goal, not only with the fact that he went down like a ton of bricks, didn't protect the ball at all.
Didn't hustle back.
But he literally gets up to his knees and sits there and does nothing for a good, 20 seconds instead of trying to get up and recover, and puts the whole back line and as well as his defensive midfield pairing, Manu, in an awkward position of not recovering and covering space.
For me, it just felt like the entire first half, Manu and Casemiro were nowhere near each other. When you're playing like they play, it was almost like Manu wanted to bolt up the field. And he did that several times, and Casemiro was just so far back that you needed them to almost – they needed to be within 20, 25 yards of each other at all times, and they never seemed to be. And then they get caught out, and Casemiro doesn't get up quick enough, doesn't help back. It's on Manu to help. He doesn't do enough. Martinez, as I said earlier, I don't think he did enough in that instance. It's just almost like the calamity of errors for that goal.
When you have your center backs completing more passes than your center midfields, that's a problem.
That's definitely a problem.
That's a problem. Not even but even having more passes than your center mids.
Yeah.
And now you know why they bought your Grate, right? That's you can see it. It's plain and simple. And as I was talking to Danny earlier today, is my hope that your Gardy's come in. He's got 2 weeks to get acclimated now with the break.
Well, he flew off today. He flew off to international.
He's right back.
He's off.
He'll fake an injury.
Yeah, then he'll come back. Yeah,
my hamstring. But he'll get acclimated whenever he gets acclimated in. And I don't think Casemiro's bad. I just question how many games he's playing. And maybe he needs to be more of a bit role coming off the bench and not doing as much, maybe.
Sure.
I think he still has value. I mean, you saw how good he was. He was good against Fulham. He was all right there. And I just think that maybe at this point, a rotational type player with your Grate, your rotational type player with Manu, he'll probably perform better.
Sure, absolutely. You just have to be a little concerned with Man United at this point with some of the, again, we almost say it every week with Rashford. There's just there was a point today where in the second half he got the ball and he was one-on-one with his defender.
Pulled it back and played
pulled
it. Yeah.
What the?
And the United fans were booing at that
The
point.
ball ends up from the top of the Liverpool penalty area all the way back to half and beyond half, and you were just one-on-one with the defender. You held it up, you pulled it back, and you went. No, they should be booing. They should be booing him every time because he is one of the quickest players in the Premiership. He is a very graceful runner with the ball. Run with the ball and have a little creativity. And try. 2 years ago, he gets lined up with that opportunity, and there's a shot on goal. I think Man United fans should be a little bit upset with Garnacho, especially in the first half. A couple of times he tried to beat too many people, or
But at least he's trying to beat
flick. Yeah, at least he's trying. But the problem with both Rashford and Garnacho right now is they seem to have they're lacking in confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And when you lack in confidence, you do the wrong thing at the wrong time. You make bad decisions. They seem to make bad decisions. Listen, Rashford lined up one-on-one. The decision is, that's easy. Let's go. Go to goal, kid. But if there's a second player or a third there, let's pull it back. Let's hold possession. Garnacho gets lined up with two players, and he wants to try to beat them. No, that's when we pull it back and hold possession. It just seemed like Man United didn't come in quite as prepared as I think fans would want. Brooks.
Yeah, a few comments here.
Yeah, go for it.
John Crum, Liverpool beat United as easily as Celtic beat Rangers. So there
By
you
the
go.
way, that Celtic Rangers game was a hell of a game for Celtic. That could have been 6-3 as well, both sides. We'll talk about that a little later.
Yep.
Thanks, Tom.
Mike Tyson, Liverpool, only team in the Premier League that has no one scored on.
Has not given up a goal yet.
Yeah,
A
but
little lucky. I think Zerke should have had 2 goals today, if we're not mistaken. I mean, if we're being honest, Zerke should have had 2. Bad luck, whatever you want to call that. Should have had, we'll say, a minimum of 1 goal. Back post and then a header. But I like the way he fits into that squad. It's going to be interesting once Haaland comes back, how they fit them in and how Ugarte fits in with this squad. But yeah.
I see Ugarte as an instant starter. I mean, I think
Taking out Casemiro, right? Absolutely.
you saw it at halftime.
Has to.
You put in Coiler.
Yeah.
Right? You put in a
Who played
20-year-old
well, by the way.
who did play well.
Played well.
Played better than him.
Yeah.
You know, so it's that to me, and that's, again, I was texting Danny. I was like, your halftime sub says all you need to know about what's going on.
Did you see the picture that Casemiro's wife has tweeted out this evening?
No.
It is a picture of their what looks to be an office or living room wall that has trophies galore. It's got the champions. Yeah, it's
Good
just
for
her
him.
response to everybody compounding. And,
You know, I hate that stuff because it's like, that's great. No one's bagging on anything it did.
Right.
We're talking about what you're doing now.
and
It's like me going, well, Craig Hearn was a standout at Michigan State. Why can't he play for Michigan
do that
State
now.
right now?
Right.
It's like, no, that was the past. We're talking about the present. But going back, honestly, I would drop Rashford and put
don't tell me Anthony.
no.
Tell me Anthony.
Yes. No, Garnacho off to his spot and start Ahmad on the right.
Yeah, I would. You got to try something, and I think benching him is going to be the best thing right now. He just doesn't have the confidence that he needs. Let's talk about Liverpool because I think Liverpool, by the way, I mean, going into Old Trafford, again, the first 15, 20 minutes, I think the plan was calm down, don't get spread out. See, they're going to come at us. Let's temper the storm. Let's make sure we stay compact, and then we can start to press as we really get into this game. Now, both teams looked like they were pressing with 4 players. Both teams looked like they were playing with a 4-3-3. The front 3 were going to press when the back line of the other team had the ball, and then they were sending an extra one. The thing that Liverpool did way better than Man United was they were able to beat that front 4, that front line, popping the ball over the top, passing it through, turning and splitting it wide and going. And you saw how many times Mo Salah down the right side received that long ball of that switch, and he was off and running, and he was the transition player. I thought he did a phenomenal job today doing that. Honestly, though, my same thing with Mo Salah every time is he works his socks off. He just seems to go, you had a goal and an assist today. Congratulations. You could have had 3 goals and 2 assists with the right decision-making and a little bit more composure. After he scored by the way, his goal today, first touch, near post for Mo Salah. Brilliant goal. Absolutely brilliant. Then, off the kickoff, Man United give the ball away. we were actually at that point still seeing a replay here on the NBC Peacock of the Mo Salah goal, but they showed it to us again. He steals the ball, goes in, and should from the 12-yard mark score again. It's just him and Onana, and he flights the ball over the top of the net. And you're going, what are you doing, man? Like, just put the thing on goal, and that's in the back of the net. And the game's out of hand to be 4-0 at that point. That seems to be my qualm with Mo Salah. He's lost a step, and then the composure seems to have disappeared a little bit over the years. But I think they should still cash in on him when they can for Saudi. But that's just me. I think Chiesa coming in is going to be the replacement for Mo Salah when he loses another step. I think Chiesa coming into this squad was a heck of a pickup at the transfer deadline for Liverpool.
Imagine they sell him before he loses the step.
Yeah, he's only got this year left on his contract.
Yeah.
So his quote at the end of the game today was, "I've only got 1 year left at Liverpool." That has to be a little scary to lose him for nothing.
And
Yep.
honestly, I disagree. I don't value Chiesa that much.
Really? Okay.
No,
No.
let me say this.
Yeah.
Good pickup.
Yeah.
13 million. Doesn't pan out.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah,
I think
lost
they.
nothing, essentially.
I think they 13 million. They make up in pie sales. So I'm not questioning them like taking a risk on a
Yeah.
player like that. I'm just looking at what he did at Juventus.
Yeah.
And his struggle of fitness the last few years and his inconsistency. I don't see it. You going to a tougher league and all of a sudden you becoming better. You know, I see the opposite. Now I'll say Gapco is the guy that really should be in there.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the guy.
Gapco, when he's come in the last couple of games, so Liverpool's played really well. So
Well-
Liverpool have won all 3 games, 2-0, 2-0, and now 3-0. 7 goals for, none against.
I mean, they haven't really played anyone good.
You said that, not me.
As I said that.
You said that, not me.
Well, I mean, let's talk. I mean, let's be realistic. United right now is a shell of a team.
Really, they are.
The players that they want and have are still getting acclimated. It's not a knock on my team. It's the fact that the players that they have that we're expecting to play, most of them are out. You look at their injury list; it's long. Your Gate's not in yet. Now, I think mid year they're going to be a force, possibly, and will be good, but it's just going to take a minute.
Sure.
No one expected them to be a top 4 team.
Right.
Not even my fellow counterpart, Danny, was saying they're going to be a top 4 team. I don't think anyone picked them here to be a top 4.
No, did not. Yep.
So when do you think Liverpool lose their first EPL game then?
It'll be in the
They
next
play
couple
a real
of weeks.
team.
They'll lose in the next couple of weeks.
So they play, just it's a
yeah.
quick run in the schedule. So
Yeah, go for it.
14th, they play Nottingham Forest.
Not going to lose that one.
And they play Bournemouth on the 21st of September.
Not going to lose that one.
Wolves on the 28th of September.
Oh, cripe. They're not going to lose that one.
Yep. Crystal Palace on October 5th.
Oh, good Lord. Not going to lose that one.
And then October 19th, they have a showdown with Chelsea. Not going to lose that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, they got enough players.
Are you kidding me? They go through Wolves, Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace, and who else?
Bournemouth.
Gee, good
Yeah.
Lord.
Now, mixed in there, you got some Champions League matches. I mean,
So
they have
Champions
West.
League-
They got an EFL Cup. They have to go to West Ham for EFL Cup, and then they have Milan for Champions League,
Sure.
and then
Excuse me.
Bologna.
Why are we saying they're not going to lose against Nottingham Forest? Nottingham Forest has yet to lose a game this year.
Nottingham Forest.
Were they playing?
Drawing all the games.
They won one and drawn 2. They're not
Wow.
doing bad right now.
Nottingham
My
Forest
Seagulls haven't
are
lost a game
Not
yet.
Yeah, but they
quite
suck.
what
Hey.
Liverpool are. No, I don't.
I
think,
understand that, but where are they playing?
I'm not giving Nottingham Forest that type of respect.
Well, I'm going to
beat
give them
Liverpool.
I'm going to give them that.
Was Liverpool? They're away today, right?
Yes.
So Liverpool will be home against Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, good luck going to Anfield, Nottingham Forest. and
Easy peasy.
winning
They
there.
got this one.
Yeah, but as you said, there's Champions League games in there.
Yep, that's my point.
You know, and one person we haven't mentioned so far is Luis Diaz. He took both of those goals extremely well today. The 2 goals. That kid is proving to be a phenomenal striker because when he played for Colombia in the Copa, he did the same thing, man.
Well, the first one he was unmarked
Oh, no, don't get me
because
wrong.
they turned the ball over in the
Yes.
defensive third.
It was phenomenal.
Maserati is running back.
I will say this as a forward, when you have one of your own players in front and you've got to scream and you saw that Soboslai goes to head the ball and then ducks out of the way at the last second because he gets that scream from Diaz. I mean, it takes a lot of confidence to do that, Is he going to get it? I got a better.
Oh.
He took it well. Did he not take it well?
Oh, shut up. As a forward, or you screaming. All you forwards are screaming to get out of the way to take a shot.
Well, we're all selfish bastards.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I have yet to meet a forward not screaming.
Nice header in. Great run. Unmarked. Completely right. The second one.
Second one's a little bit different.
Now, I don't think if everybody goes back and watches this, he disappears behind Martinez's back like he's going to make a run through behind him. Martinez puts his head down and continues the run, and Diaz just stops, which creates about this much room where the ball gets slid in, and then he one-times it. I mean, just a little trick.
Diaz
like
put
that.
himself in a solid position to score, and that's vision and awareness as a striker to get into that spot.
Yep.
And be in that spot and be patient and wait instead of being too committed too far forward or too committed too far back or too far to the left or to the right. He put himself in basically the perfect spot to receive a ball and score.
And then I mean, I don't know what's harder, the positioning and getting that little.
I think the positioning.
The positioning or the finish. The finish with the one-time little.
I think if you're not in the position, you don't get the opportunity to finish and do it one time. I think the vision and awareness to put himself in that position to score is harder to do than the finishing itself.
You know what the funny thing is, Nate? I love the fact that you said it because a lot of people don't understand how hard it is to make runs as a forward and create the space for yourself in the pass.
I just gained a new level of respect for you.
Yeah. From me? You mean,
From
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
cool.
All right, so that was our game of the week.
Hold on, let me live in this moment for a minute.
You want to bask in the glory of
Can you
couple
give me
of
the moment?
extra percentage of...
Okay, moving on.
Okay, moving on. So that was our game of the week. Liverpool going to Old Trafford, beating Man United 3-0. Other games, Erling Haaland, hat-trick Haaland, the Norwegian machine does it again, another hat-trick. He now has 7 goals on the season. He scored a hat-trick last week. He goes into West Ham, does it again, 3-1 winners. This game, actually West Ham went up. West Ham scored an own goal. And that just, you could see that Man City went, okay.
I think they're in trouble. They
we're
lost
pissed
James
off now.
Ward-Prowse
They did lose James
to
Ward-Prowse.
Nottingham.
But
To Nottingham.
It's on Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
But, again, this game ended 3-1. It could have been a lot more. They ended up defending very well. The goalkeeper, the backup goalkeeper came in, did very well. Only 3-1. I think West Ham, it's taken them a little longer to get used to it here, but once they get these players blooded in, I think they're going to be a good team. I think they finished top 10. I think they're in 7th, 8th, 9th for the year, but I think West Ham are going to be all right. We have seen right away from Man City that they are just a force to be reckoned with again. Erling Haaland doing what Erling Haaland does, score hat-tricks. And when you can bring Ilkay Gundogan off the bench in the 70th minute.
And get him for free.
And you got him for free?
Yeah.
I mean, golly.
That's why I picked him to win.
Oh man, he was the captain before he left, right? So 2 years ago he's the captain. Now he's back, and they get him on a free.
Week 3, boys. Lots of games.
There are
lots of games.
They're really deep. They're just deep as they have been, but lots of games.
Hold on.
Yep.
City's deep?
Yeah, I know, crazy,
Really?
but deeper
No,
now.
no, hold on.
Last year,
Ernie Haaland goes out. Who's replacing him?
They never did replace
McAteer, who they've got. Yeah.
Pat
Who?
McAfee?
the Academy kid.
Pat McAfee. Yeah. No, the Academy kid. McAteer. Yeah, they got.
McAtee.
He played really well a couple of weeks back. Really well.
Fortunately, he's not Julian Alvarez.
Or do you know what they do? They play the false 9 again. They go back to what they had 3 years ago without a forward. And they play with Ilkay Gundogan. Foden hasn't even been back properly yet.
I don't think they're as deep as you guys think they are.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if Haaland does get injured. Moving on to the other games that happened this weekend. Arsenal won. Brighton Hove Albion won. For you, yes.
Yes, for me.
Yes, absolutely for you.
Hey, we're still top 3 for 3 weeks. That's pretty good.
Arsenal fans are furious right now.
I saw that foul from Declan Rice, and the dude kicked him from Brighton.
Well, it's he goes to flick the ball away, right? So he flicks the ball away a couple of yards. But in the first half, João Pedro for Brighton launches a ball, doesn't get a yellow card for kicking the ball away.
He did that twice, actually.
Yeah. So it's the consistency. That's what everybody's screaming about, right? Now, that changes the complexion of the game.
Yes.
Arsenal are, I don't want to say dominating the game, but essentially have control of the game. They're up 1-0.
Yep.
Red card happens, and now Brighton's let back in, and Brighton scored, and the game ends 1-1. You can see why people are upset, though. The consistency. And as players, that's all we ask for from referees. If you're going to be bad, be consistently bad on both sides.
See, John Crumb
That's
thinks
it.
Brighton are class, so there you go. Thank you, John.
Well, John, you must be a Brighton fan, but no, they've had a good year. They've had a really good year. I think it was a huge mistake selling Billy Gilmore.
Yes,
I think that was a mistake.
That's a tough one.
But
They better use that money to get to place another position.
I mean-
they probably need another forward at some point because Danny Welbeck can't keep doing what he does.
because he's 82 years old, but he's still scoring goals.
He is. James Milner we can keep for another 5 years.
Oh, good Lord, he's 40.
Brighton
39
hasn't
now?
played anyone.
Besides Arsenal, they drew, but they got
They
a little bit.
drew
they got a little help.
a stipulation.
We beat you. We beat Man United.
Like I said, they haven't played anyone.
Again, that's you saying it, not me.
Yes.
Well,
All
they
right.
beat Everton.
Yes.
Ooh.
Everybody beats Everton.
Come on.
Ooh.
All right, other scores that happened. Brentford 3, Southampton 1. Ivan Toney watched on. He was in the stands watching on for this one. Boys, he was sold for £40 million from Brentford to Al Hilal.
Mm-hmm.
His salary at Brentford was £40,000 per week. His new salary at Al Hilal,
There's a lot.
£400,000 a week.
Yep.
Ask Henderson how that worked out for him when he got that
Yeah.
big contract.
Yeah.
If you ever got that money and why you ended up in Ajax.
Well, pretty much he's kissed his national team
Yep.
chances goodbye.
Nailed it. I don't think he's ever going to come back. No, you're not coming back.
I don't think he's going to see that 400 million.
Yeah, that's the
Thousand
problem. Half the players don't
pounds.
get paid, do they?
Yeah.
No, they have not gotten
Yeah.
paid on
That
time.
is
It's all
a
good contract.
tremendous amount of money.
Besides, Ronaldo gets paid on time.
He may be the only one.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe.
Didn't he transferred back to Portugal too? No,
No.
Ronaldo?
I thought maybe not.
did not hear
There's a
that,
statement I
no.
saw on
That's
social
awesome.
media that says he is going to retire with Al Nassr, and I don't believe that for one.
I don't believe that.
I don't
He's
believe
going to
that
go back
either.
to Porto and retire. He will play 1 year with them, and he'll be done, and then that's the way he'll go out.
That's an interesting thought.
Or did he play for Porto or Sporting?
Sporting.
Sporting. He'll play for Sporting.
Sporting. But he was at a club before that as well.
absolutely leave that club.
Yeah.
In a minute.
Yes.
He'll be leaving there at some point when things go sour.
Yes.
So Brentford 3, Southampton 1. Everton 2, up 2-0 at home at Goodison Park. And in the 87th minute, Bournemouth come alive. Bournemouth decide to, a bad word, all over the Everton team and the Everton fans. And Sean Dyche has no idea what happened. Bournemouth run out, after being down 2-0, run out 3-2 winners. Everton, fellas, are in trouble. Everton could be one of the poorest sides I think I've seen in the Premiership in the last 10 years. Yeah, you called that, Nate. I think you might have had them on the relegation list. I thought they'd escape relegation again, but as people have said, you can only swirl around the drain hole for so long surviving. At some point, it's
They've went around.
flush.
They've gone around a few too many times and stayed, not going down the drain. So there you go.
Well, this could be their year, man. They are bad.
The question is, if that's because this will be the first time potentially they'll ever relegated.
Yes.
The long-term question is, can they get back in?
No, because they'll be so in debt from the new stadium they have. The parachute payments will help, but no.
Yeah.
Getting out of the championship, it is so effing hard. Ask Leeds.
Yep,
Leeds,
they're still down there.
Oh, and by the way, Leeds just had to shed half their team
Yep.
this summer because of the money that they've lost.
Yep.
Brendan
Brendan Aaronson's scoring goals for them
Brendan
now.
Aaronson's scoring goals for Leeds. You may see Everton for the last time ever at the Premier League level. That's how bad they are.
That's a long time ever. I feel like maybe 5 years we'll give them.
Yeah, good luck with
know.
that. All right, Ipswich 1, Fulham 1. A good draw for Ipswich, a much-needed point. Fulham, they need to be picking up points against a team like Ipswich. Nottingham Forest 1, Wolves 1. Nottingham Forest, as Nate said, undefeated this year. Wolves, I would expect more out of Wolves. That's actually pretty much a local derby, boys. I don't know if you know, but they're pretty close, those two clubs, in distance from each other. I didn't get a chance to watch this one completely, but a fiery one, and I kind of expected Wolves to come out with points if I was a betting man.
I mean, wolves live in a forest,
This is
so
true.
I would expect the two to be hand in hand.
Hand in hand.
To be a derby match.
Yes.
What do they? What
Well,
do
at
they?
least be close to each other.
What do they battle for? A Forest Trophy or something?
Wolves cannot live in a city.
Tree sap.
Wolves can't live in a city. That's why Wolves versus the Man City is not a derby match.
Yeah. You know what
Wolves
they need?
live
They
in a
need.
forest.
We need to Americanize.
Good lord.
uh,
Good lord. Here we go.
Football.
And moving on.
Wait, hold on. Like college football has like Michigan State and Penn State play for the Land Grant Trophy. We need like some cool derby match trophies where like
So you're proposing for a derby?
yes,
as a
because then you
trophy
could take
for
home more
everyone.
silverware and everyone could be like, well, we took home all these trophies this year, and yeah.
Can I answer this one?
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
You throwing something at him? Yes.
No.
Absolutely not.
Come on.
Take a page out of the Bournemouth owner's book where he said no Premiership games should ever be played out of England.
Oh, I get that, but I mean, they'll stay here. You create fun trophies to exchange.
That's what they need more of. Fun. Go ahead, Nate. Yep, go ahead. Yep.
No.
Okay.
You guys suck.
I think you've got 2 against 1, and that's the way it's going to stay.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Chelsea won. Crystal Palace won. Crystal Palace. This is a good point for Crystal Palace. They have not been playing well this year, fellas.
They should have rotated that roster.
The Chelsea.
They didn't do it enough.
Mandueke with a great
Who?
ball.
Say it again.
Madueke?
Wow.
I don't even know how to pronounce
All right.
his name. Plays the ball to Cole Palmer, who plays the ball across the goal, taking every single player out of the game. And guess who's standing there? Nicholas Jackson.
Simon Jackson.
Happy.
Woo.
Wow.
Nicholas Jackson, that's the only way he scores goals with
Tapping.
tap-ins
Yeah.
on the back doorstep. Little disappointed in Chelsea in this one. They threw everything they had at it. Crystal Palace did well to hold on in the end. Great goal from Eze. Holy moly, what a first touch to set himself up. His second touch at the top of the box curls that thing into the far corner. Like, when he hit it, he just walked away. Like, I knew exactly where
Like
that
he knew
was
it was
going.
going, yeah.
Oh, my word, what a goal. If you guys, if you haven't, don't do it right now because you're watching us. Visit that goal. Watch the Eze goal against Chelsea. What a stunning goal. And then another game, one of the games that happened today, Newcastle United 2, Tottenham 1.
Ooh.
I predicted a draw for this game, and then Tottenham threw it away. Tottenham in the second half were all over Newcastle United. I mean, I was predicting it halfway through the first half. I'm like, this is going to end 3-1 to Tottenham. How they haven't scored here, how they haven't just put the ball over the line is phenomenal. And then they give the ball away and send Jacoby on his way, and he slots the ball to Isaac, who tap in easy, middle of the goal. Newcastle United are going to struggle this year, fellas. They did not pick up enough players in the transfer window due to PSR.
Struggle. They're in 5th place.
They're going to struggle, man. They don't have the depth.
Okay.
They do not have the depth. They have an injury or two to an Isak or a Bruno Grimash. That could spell the end of it.
I think Eddie Howe's a magician. He'll be fine.
I think Eddie Howe's going to find himself out of a job this
I
year.
think top 5 is the highest you're going to see him in.
I think they drop like a stone from here on out.
Mm.
Yeah, they could not pick up players due to PSR through this window.
Would you like to make a bet where they finish?
Yes.
Where they finish come Christmas break?
Where do you think they're going to be at during Christmas break?
I think they'll be in the top 10.
You think? Oh, okay.
I-
Yeah.
What, 9? Like
Okay,
that's
fine.
a stupid bet.
Do you want it between 2 ones or just like
Tell me where
How
you
about
like,
outside the top 4?
Tell me they're like, all right, so
They're 5 now, and you're claiming they're going to be better. I'd say outside the top 4.
I'll split it.
you
Seven and a
caught
half.
me, man. You
Yeah.
caught me.
I mean,
I'll split it with you. 7.5. So do they finish 8th or lower? So
my bet.
I think they finished in that 8 and 10 range.
8 to 10 range. I think
By
they'll
Christmas.
I think they'll be in that 9-10 range at Christmas.
There's not they're 5th right.
They're 5th right now. They're going to drop
do you-
like a stone. But
Do you,
they're not
want,
gonna
do you only
drop
want
that
one
much.
place? Fine. They're gonna finish in. They're gonna be in 7th place. I'll take 7th place. Fine. You want an actual position, right? Just one, not a gap, right? Is that what you want?
No.
No.
Then what would you?
What do you
like
want?
him
Tell
to
me
say?
what you want so I can make you happy.
God, I wish more people said that to me.
That sounds like a lot of men at
God,
home right now.
yes. How long do you got, Brooks?
Yeah,
This could be a long. This could be a,
After the show, we can talk.
oh, okay.
Yes, we can
Thank
do that.
God,
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I would say, all right, they're 5th now, right?
Okay, yes.
All right. I'm saying that's the highest they're going to hit. That's
Yeah.
their peak for the year.
That's their peak. Yeah.
That's their peak.
Oh,
They're gonna-
absolutely.
We'll never
fall
see
like
that
a
again.
stone.
That's what you're saying.
You're like, oh, no? That was a no, right? Or
No, I know. Craig seems like they're just going to be like up towards the bottom of the barrel.
No, I think they're going to finish in 12th, 13th, 14th by the time the year's done.
Yeah, that's like close to the bottom.
Sure.
Winner break outside top 6.
Winner break outside top 6. Winner break, I think they're outside top 8. I think they're in the 8-9 range. Yeah, that's my prediction.
Brian, winner break outside top 6.
There he is.
Yep. Okay.
There's the Brooks
Yeah.
thing.
There you go.
All right.
There's that you hated to do that, didn't you?
Yes.
One of the games we didn't talk about, Aston Villa, as they run out 2-1 winners at Leicester City. Onana and Duran scoring the goals again. Aston Villa just, fellas, Villa look like the Villa of the middle of last year. They're controlling the game. They're knocking the ball around. The problem with Villa right now is they're just not putting enough balls into the back of the net. They're having the opportunities. Ollie Watkins should have had 2 more goals in this game, just like he missed last week against Arsenal. He unfortunately is on a bit of a cold streak at the moment. He just needs a ball to somehow get into the back of the net. 3 weeks in a row, he has now been pulled in around the 61st minute. Johan Duran has come in, and for 2 of the last 3 weeks,
Man, if only Chelsea bought him,
Duran-
maybe he'd be scoring goals for him.
Duran
Probably
scored.
not.
Duran has saved our bacon. And what a header from Johan Duran over the goalie and into the looping into the far corner. What a stunning header. A true center forward that kid is. So Villa win again. Jamie Vardy, the Jardy party did not happen. He was shut down. Villa defense did a really nice job on him and the Leicester attack.
He's like 40. So.
Yeah, I know. But he scored against Tottenham a couple weeks back.
Yeah, it was,
He did.
I know.
you
He
beat
just doesn't have what he used to have.
Villa beat West Ham when they were still organizing.
Yep. Then we
And,
lost.
and Leicester.
Yeah, and then we lost to Arsenal 2-0.
And you're going, they're like they were last year.
Well, when I say that, I mean they're controlling the ball. So towards the end of the year last year, you could clearly tell Villa were tired and they just weren't controlling games. This time they have some real tactics and schemes. They're going, pushing the ball down and when to possess and when to push the ball through and when to let your goalie hold the ball. They're doing a really nice job. I'm impressed. I did not expect this.
You didn't control it against Arsenal.
What?
You didn't control it against Arsenal.
No, we didn't, but we should have won that game. We should have
You
won
controlled it
3-2.
against West Ham.
Yep.
You controlled it against Leicester.
3 weeks in, we've done our job.
You'll beat Everton.
Well, everybody beats Everton.
You'll beat Young Boys.
Yeah, that's. Oh, by the way, Champions League game. Woo!
Your EFL match is postponed. You'll beat the Wolves. You'll beat Ipswich.
Yep.
You're gonna get dump trucked by Munich, and you're gonna get beat by United.
That's at Villa Park, by the way.
You're gonna get dump trucked by Munich.
We should have a bet on that one, Nate.
You're gonna get dump trucked by Munich.
Yeah.
Because they have to win those matches.
Yeah.
Because they're playing Domino Zurgaba. And so it's like they have to win against Villa because they have some tough matches coming up.
What is this? You don't play my Seagulls till after Christmas here. What is this?
Well, you'll be all tired and hurt by then.
Ah.
Banged up wing. All
be
right,
careful.
boys. So
Awful lot of confidence for a team that's 2-1
yeah.
against some teams that aren't very good.
Lots of confidence. Created lots of chances against Arsenal last week, and unfortunately didn't stick them away. I wasn't expecting Villa to be this well because last year we ended the season a little poorly. This summer was a shit show.
You haven't played anyone. And the one you played, you got beat by.
And we should have won it.
Hey, look at how well we're doing. We're beating up on Everton.
I wish. I hope we beat up on Everton.
You will.
If we
no,
lose,
trust me. I'm not trying to crap on Aston Villa. I'm just saying.
If we lose to Everton, I'm going to be crying in a corner.
You're not going to lose to Everton. You're not going to lose to
Everton
Young
are
Boys.
going to win a game this year. They will win a.
Not against
They might
Villa.
not win a game.
Upsets.
They might actually not win a game this year. They
Not
are that
against
bad.
Villa.
They'll get a few upsets here and
They'll
there.
have a-
Listen,
they'll have a-
Everton will beat United. They're not going to beat Villa. All right? You're going to beat Young Boys. All right? You're going to beat Ipswich.
We lost to Young Boys a couple years back.
Stop it.
About 10 years
I'm
ago,
going to
by the
throw something at
years
you.
At Villa Park.
If you don't stop, I'm going to chuck something at you. If you can't take this seriously, I'm going to shut your mic off, okay? You're going to. So when you actually start playing a run of games that are tough, which I don't see, and that's my point, till it coming against Munich and United, because by then I think United will have their shit together.
Yeah, why can't we play them now?
Jeff says Villa are going to win or draw against Bayern.
I think it's a draw. I think it's a draw at home against
Mr.
Bayern.
Jeff Parkins.
Good luck. Anyways, and I don't even think Bayern's that good, but I think they're going to string it together.
Well, they always put it together in the
Yeah.
Champions League, don't they? I mean, they're just a Champions League team, a club. That's what they're meant to do.
So I think when you play those string of games and you're really going to start seeing whether or not you got a team that's good or not. That goes for everyone, though. That goes for everyone. It's still early.
3 games in.
So I'm not
3 games in.
trying to bag on
Yep.
Villa. I think it goes for everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone's playing up and down teams. Nobody knows who they are right now.
I think at the 10-game mark, we'll have a real feel of how these teams, who they are, and how they're going to finish up the year. All right, so fellas, we're going to do it again. Last week it was a massive fail. We're going to open up the phone lines.
Yes.
After the break?
After the break.
Oh, man.
So I can pee.
You have to pee. Okay.
I have to pee.
We're going to take a small break, then we're going to open up the phone lines.
And ask how my pee was.
Definitely not. The phone number will appear in the bottom graphic right here in about a minute. Before we go to that, I do want to say a big thank you to our partners, a big thank you to Soccer World, a big thank you to Aaron Bird and Next Level Training, a big thank you to the Michigan Jaguars, a big thank you to Thomas McGee's. That place was bumping today for the Man United Liverpool game. And a big thank you to the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. Thank you to our partners out there. Very much appreciate it. Guys, if you're watching this, do us a huge, huge favor. Visit our partners and subscribe to their channels and their social media because it means the world to us. All right, we are going to take a small break. And then right as we come back.
This is a historic moment.
It is?
Who is going to be the first ever?
To call in.
Who is it going to be?
Shit.
This
Yeah.
is going to be the historic first ever.
You get your picture on the wall if you do.
Years
I'm not putting
later.
a picture of anybody on the wall.
Should. But
Yes.
years later, in a Jeopardy type
Yes.
questionnaire.
When Waz becomes so huge, we're on Jeopardy for
Who
questions.
is the
Who
first
was?
ever caller into the We Are Soccer Network?
Yes.
Well, we'll find out when we put the number below right after we get back.
So
right
excited.
After this.
Change tempo, yes, yes, drop out, good. Yes, touch play, right foot, yes. Scan, good. Touch in, play, drop your hip, right, yes, good scan. Yes. Jay, well done. Get side on touch. Play, see it, yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, graphic's going to appear. Let's, we're calling this segment, So What Are You Mad At? Give us a call. Let us know your name, who your team is that you support, and what you want to talk about. Again, if this goes sideways, I guess we'll apologize now, but hey, we'll see how this works out. So give us a call at 248-308-5989. That's the official We Are Soccer phone number. We did have a text message come through on that. I'll wait. It's a brilliant text message. I'll wait a minute to read that off. Nate is not quite back in the room yet, but we'll see how this works. If we even get any calls,
I don't know.
I don't know. Nate, we had a text come through on the We Are Soccer hotline, and it says, "Hello, my name is Cucho Hernandez, and I think you should fire Nate. Have a great evening."
I agree.
Yeah, I said I love the thought. That might happen tonight, depending on how much you
I would highly recommend firing me so I could go off to do other things,
do other stuff.
such as drinking in the basement and playing FIFA,
Ah,
Is that an option? I'm going to put up.
where I make Craig Hearn.
we gonna use our whiteboards tonight?
We're
balloon
definitely going to use the whiteboards.
Okay.
I am not done with what I'm doing with
Sorry.
Craig Hearn when I'm drinking in the basement after I
Sorry.
get fired. He will be the Balloon Dion winner.
Balloon,
Dion.
not the Ballon d'Or.
Balloon.
Balloon
The
d'Or.
Balloon Dion.
Oh my word! Well, looks like we got a bunch of shy viewers out there. I can
Yeah.
see I can see we have a lot of viewers.
You know what would be better than a
Across all the
text
platforms.
to Mr. Tucho? You know what would be a better text?
What's that?
To be the first ever caller,
This is true.
Yes.
so we could hear your beautiful voice.
Maybe we left it too late. Did people go to bed? I can see they're still watching us.
Come on, no one works tomorrow. It's Labor Day.
Yeah, it's a Labor
Where
Day.
are everyone?
Ooh.
There's no American football on. I mean, there was college football, but there's no NFL football. Come on, people.
Nate was just hoping for one call today.
Just wanted one
Someone
friend.
to light up his life
Yeah.
and say, Nate,
Yep.
I have a question on repetitions and how many of those I should do at the gym for the weightlifting stuff.
Oh my God, I have so many answers.
You?
Yeah, but I'm not going to give them until
No.
someone calls in.
That's just what it calls.
That's what we call a carrot. Dangle.
We are right. We'll put your face on the wall for the first caller ever.
All right, I'm going to call because I want my face on the wall. I don't even have my own face on the wall.
We'll get you a fat head.
Oh, that's something I was thinking about the other week, actually.
Fat head?
You know, you can buy the big, just the one fat head, not the entire body. You can just buy the head, and it's like this big. Like,
Yeah.
2 feet. I was thinking about it. They were like $25 a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I was like, so if I order 3 or 4 of those, that's about $100 after
Yeah.
shipping. I was like, ooh, what would I do with that? I know. I'd bring it out during the show and pretend to be Brooks
Ah, I see.
or Nate.
All right.
Yeah, well, this is going well. Again, good Lord, we have a bunch of people who are shy. Everybody has no problem typing stuff and putting stuff in the comments on Facebook, do they?
No.
No. No. Hey,
We gotta talk about something to upset people.
like Man United.
Well, we already did that, didn't we?
This is true. All right. You know what we're going to do? We're going to move on a little bit here. Feel free to go ahead and text in, guys, if you'd like. We're going to move on. We got a lot of other stuff to get to. All right, boys. Bayer Leverkusen. Good Lord. We all picked, like, week...
What'd you just do over there?
What?
Put his phone down.
No, I put the phone down, yeah.
So angrily.
Oh, my gosh.
All right.
Angry. Well, I'm angry that Bayer Leverkusen lost. They're up 2-0, man.
I know.
Game is
So much
over.
for 18 games in. I thought they'd lose.
Oh, my... Yeah, you had 18. I think I picked, like, 15. Nate had, like, 12 or 13 games.
No, we were close there. You were sooner. Nate was a little before me, then I was a little after. We never
didn't-
thought at the first 5.
We didn't pick game 3 against RB Leipzig at
I know.
home, by the way. Up 2-0. And then, I don't want to say Leverkusen went to pieces, but Leipzig picked it up. Nate, who's that forward they've got? Opinia. That guy put the ball in the back of the net and was creating all sorts of chaos. And then the RB Leipzig goalie, Golaci, some saves he pulled out of you know what. Like, whoa. Leverkusen lose 3-2 to Leipzig in the third match day.
It's kind of like what I was saying in the beginning. The whole league has gotten better.
Yeah.
And that includes Leipzig. Leipzig has Opinia, who is very good. The first goal was class. Second goal, Leverkusen, their starting goalkeeper is out with illness. I think he saved that second goal from the distance it was taken. It was an alright shot, but I think it was savable. But then you got like Sissoko, who's running all over the place. Xavi Simons, Kempel, Hendira, Rom, Hendricks, and then like you said, Golaci. Like you got a very good squad out there of players who play for national teams who are good, who can turn it on and play as a team. And that's kind of why I'm looking at Dortmund to be the team that is probably going to win the league. I think it's going to change hands more often now.
Your pick of Dortmund to win the Bundesliga is a very bold pick.
It's not.
It's a bold pick.
They got
I think
better.
I think they've gotten better, but I think obviously you've got Bayern Munich, and now you've got Leverkusen, who won it last year, look solid again. Leipzig look good. I'm not saying it's not a good pick. It's not like the far off pick. But what I'm saying is you've got 3 or 4 teams right in that same realm. But now you've got 2 teams in Leverkusen and Munich who've won the last couple of years and have gotten over that line. Dortmund haven't seemed to get over that line.
Well, as it stands right now, Heidelheim is winning the league, so we're going to shut it down, and they're actually the league winners. Congratulations, Heidelheim and John Molney, American defensive midfielder that will never play another game for the States because we just picked the same players.
Yep.
They're now the league winners. So shut it down.
Heidelheim.
Heidenheim.
Are winning the league. Nate, concerned about your Stuttgart.
Yes.
I know they are 0-1-1.
I am
Let's
very
get
concerned.
to why are we concerned with Stuttgart, who, by the way, tried 3-3 with Mainz this weekend. Why are we concerned?
So I am concerned because in every one of these games that they've played, they've managed to score first and be up,
And then?
and then
Whoops.
poop themselves and either lose or tie. So that's the concerning part. The concerning part is not so much the record. The concerning part is in the Super Cup, they scored first and scored, actually their first goal or the second goal, but then took the lead and then couldn't hold the lead and let Leverkusen back and lost in penalties. Freiburg, they scored in the second minute and then let Freiburg back in by 3 goals. And I'm not going to count the Polko game because they're playing a team in like the 3rd division, so we're going to skip that crap. And the same thing with Mainz. Great goal from Milot, great goal from Ludwig, and then they just let Mainz back in and back in to tie
They're
it.
struggling to hold on.
They're absolutely struggling to finish the game out. That's 2 games, and I see in league play that if they would have held on or sorted it out, they would have been fine. They have right now defensively, and he was doing all right, but he's kind of dropped the ball. This Arnie Chase, who's 20 years old, Japanese, they pulled him up from the youth team. Japanese American dual national. Actually, if I was the U.S., I'd throw my money at him because he can play. But again, trying to compete in this league and being only 20 and not getting a run of games in, it's a problem. It really is. So we'll see how it goes down the stretch. But right now they are absolutely struggling. And my concern is the fact that not so much that what they're doing, but how they're not able to hold leads, how they keep scoring and then not able to grind it out and letting the other team in.
Well, they better get their stuff together, man, because Champions League games are coming in a couple of weeks, and they're going to come hot and heavy mixed in with league games.
I will say that they picked up the striker, this Torre from Atalanta. They picked up the center back from Burnley. So they're picking up players. They did spend some money. They did fill it out. It's just they gotta put it together.
Yeah, and it takes time to put all that together. Brooks, was there a comment that came in? Or something
Yeah, John Crum saying, just back to by Nate, Dortmund's going to win. He said Dortmund will win because Villa and Celtic will beat them in Champions League.
Ooh, I like it.
Okay,
I don't know if Celtic beat Dortmund. I mean, trust me, Celtic put a nice.
I don't know. Celtic just got Austin Trusty, and
They
they have
did.
2 Americans at center back now.
Cameron Carter-Vicker, right? And
possibly Austin Trusty.
Austin Trusty went there. That's interesting.
Yeah. Brendan Rodgers.
Celtic have 2 Japanese wingers who fly around the pitch and score
They're good.
goals. Oh,
Celtic
my
can upset
word.
teams.
But it's no offense when I say this, it's the Scottish Premier League.
Oh, come on.
It's not quite. There's always this question of where
Sir Alex won one with Aberdeen. Come on now.
Yeah, there's always this question of where would Celtic and where would Rangers finish if they played in the Premier League. And honestly, they would probably finish in around 10 and 11th, but they finish 1 and 2 every year. Right now, actually, Celtic is winning the SPL, and Aberdeen is second.
There you go.
Rangers are third after their 3-0 loss today to Celtic. All right, back to Bundesliga. Listen, Eintracht Frankfurt 3, Hoffenheim 1, Kiel 0, Wolfsburg 2. The games are floating along here. Bochum 0, Mönchengladbach 2. 0-0, Brenham and Borussia Dortmund. So a tie there for Borussia Dortmund. Heidenheim 4, as we said, leading the league. Augsburg 0. Bayern Munich 2. Freiburg 0. Did one Harry Kane get on the score sheet, I believe, in that game? So
Can't remember.
So he did, but it was from a penalty.
Ah,
So again, he's doing all right. He's clicking along, but it's not the Kane that you remember from years past.
yeah, it's either he's lost a step or he's being asked to play something different. I'm gonna have to watch a couple more games to see this out.
See how it goes, but
yeah.
the experts I listen to and who are Munich fans are saying that he might be a little bit too slow for the league at this point with the way that the league presses. And we'll see how it goes, but as of right now, he doesn't have a goal in open play.
Interesting.
So, but going back to Dortmund, yeah, they tied. They're still undefeated, but they went down a man with a red card in the 70th minute. And they still, the big prize that they bought, Glyceray, is still a day or two out from being healthy. Once that guy comes in, I think that changes everything.
Yep. Yeah, that's gonna and how's our good friend Gio Reyna doing?
They don't let him near the boot room. He's not allowed to get near there. No, he didn't play. Sat on the bench.
Seems to have a lot of that happening this year for him. He's gonna find a way to move away from that club.
Yeah, he's gonna struggle to get in because that is a solid squad.
Yep.
Pascal Gross played very well in that game. I think that, again, once they start forming things out with who they bought and they upgraded in every area that they needed to upgrade in, the forward, the mid, and the defensive, I think it's going to be a team to really
that's a team you're going with. Brooks, you had your hand in the air.
yeah.
Like a child in the classroom?
Yes. So obviously FC St. Pauli, the first time ever in the Bundesliga, correct, in their club history? Or it's been a while, right?
It's been a while, yeah.
All right. So they haven't won a game yet. Who
Nope.
do you think the first win comes against? Do you want me to read off the schedule here, and we'll think?
Give us the next 5 games. Yeah.
All right. Next 5. Here we go. Sunday, September 15th. Augsburg.
They could beat Augsburg. Augsburg aren't exactly the greatest of clubs, but okay.
But they're going to Augsburg.
Yep.
And Augsburg needs a win. They're going to struggle.
All right. Who's it got next?
December 22nd against RB Leipzig.
Nope.
Nope.
They don't win that one.
Okay. And then the 28th, they play at Freiburg.
Nope.
Okay.
Not at Freiburg.
Yeah. And
Nope,
then
not.
home to Mainz.
I think they'll beat Mainz.
Upset.
I think they'll beat Mainz. Not upset. I don't think Mainz is that good.
Okay.
All right. So they'll do you think they're going to win one in the next 5?
Yeah, I think they'll beat Mainz. I don't think they're going to go to Augsburg and beat Augsburg. I think Augsburg needs a win, and they're Augsburg's
That's
at
their
home.
chance?
Yeah. I think Leipzig comes in, smacks them. Freiburg is always tough to beat. Plus, Freiburg at home is really tough to beat. When they host Mainz, that's the one they beat. Because after that, they go to Dortmund. They're getting smacked.
Yep.
Wolfsburg will walk in, getting smacked. They're going to Hoffenheim, getting smacked. Munich comes in, probably smacking. Gladbach.
Getting smacked like a kid
smacked.
trying to put his hand in the dish, the candy bowl.
And it's not until they
cookie jar.
host Holstein Kiel on November 30th that I think they have. That's probably another game that they're going to be favored to win.
Wow.
Brooks.
Yeah, we have one comment here. John Crum just mentioning, if Celtic get into the Premiership with the guaranteed money and the 65,000 every home game, they would attract bigger players and become a force.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Listen, you put that club with the following they have into the Premiership. Yeah, they could probably attract quite a few good players and do very well.
We still got a call in for John.
What?
I feel like he's typed enough messages.
Yeah. Enough typing, John. We need a phone call. No, I mean, listen, you're not wrong, but, that question's been out there for years. What would Rangers and Celtic do if they ever got to the Premiership with the current squad?
Maybe we should just eliminate the Irish Premier League and the Scottish Premier League, and we just merge into the UK league.
Let me handle this one.
Okay.
Gosh, again?
No.
Oh, my. You guys suck.
There would be some sort of war that got started if you decided to do that.
Why?
There's a lot of religious and
You want me to handle
politics.
this one again?
yeah, go for it, Nate.
Okay. No.
Ugh, you guys are terrible.
Go with no. Leave it as is.
I have brilliant ideas. You just don't see it.
No, we hear them. We hear them.
Yeah.
And then we envision what you're envisioning, and we go, no. I like sometimes like those thoughts, Brooks. Keep those coming.
You like the conspiracy theories like Nate does.
I don't know about that.
Mine are fun.
Yeah. All right. Listen, guys. La Liga is up and running as well. Match day 3 was this weekend. That is now over. Barcelona versus Valladolid. 7-0, and this could have been 10 or 12. It was incredible. Danny Olmo hits the post, hits the woodwork twice. Lewandowski hits the woodwork. They missed some easy ones. Valladolid did not put up, in any shadow of a doubt, any sort of type of competition here. Barcelona were running rampant, and even after the 7th goal, you could see Hansi Flick was demanding more. More and more and more. He, in a short period, just a couple of months, has turned this club around. Again, listen, 3rd game in. They haven't exactly played. Are they 4 games in now? Is it 4? I don't know. I'll bring up the We'll bring up the La Liga table. You are correct. 4 games in. 4 games, 4 wins, 10 goals for, 3 against, leading the way. Listen, Hansi Flick has absolutely just turned this club around.
Did you see the picture of him like when they were winning 7-0 and his facial expressions on the sideline?
Yeah, he was.
It looked like he was down like 7-0. He
not
was
happy.
pissed.
Yeah, he saw some things he wanted to fix.
Kind of reminds
you of yourself.
me of myself. My team's winning, and not to the satisfaction of how I want them to win.
There's always something to fix, Nate. There's always a lesson
Always
to be
something.
learned.
Damn it!
God damn it, you kids. I know we won 10-0 today, but it could have been 11.
Oh,
Oh my God.
So benching Rafinha for.
Oh, that hat trick, Rafinha. I thought you should have had 4. And the one time you passed the ball, you shouldn't have. Oh, God. Yeah, that sounds like Hansi Flick.
Too much of a
Hansi
perfectionist.
He is, but to his credit, he's turned the club around. Again, only 4 games in. Long way to go. Real Madrid just getting up and running. Bellingham out injured with a muscle injury. Kylian Mbappe, Vinny Jr. haven't quite figured out how to play yet. We'll talk about that in a minute. But did anybody expect this from Hansi Flick with that club having problems registering players, having all the problems they had last year, having the injury issues? Do we expect them to be 4-0 and plus 10 on the goal difference?
Yes.
Did you?
Teams
Barcelona after last year's shit show?
Again, the teams
Different
are,
coach.
Crystal ball.
Different coach.
teams are playing.
Yeah, they're not great.
I'll tell you now, October 23rd is going to be the real test for them.
The
Who they play?
Derby.
Nope.
Girona.
Nope. Munich.
Oh, they come.
Champions League.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can they shake the monkey off their back? Because every time Barcelona has played Munich, Munich is thunderclap.
We're gonna talk Champions League in a couple of minutes. We're gonna bring up all the games. I've got a sheet that has all those games, so we'll see that one.
Like, I don't understand.
Hansi Flick going to play against his old Bayern Munich team.
Yeah.
What a storyline!
And
what a
I
storyline!
think that's going to be, if he puts in a performance like 3-0, 4-0, 2-0 against that team.
If there's a guy who knows how to beat Bayern Munich, I would say it is most likely Hansi Flick.
Sure.
Absolutely. All right. I'm going to take that graphic down. All right. So, listen.
Champions League.
We'll do Champions League in a second. Real Madrid run out 2-0 winners today against Real Betis. They made it difficult. So, about halfway through the game, they put up a stat that says after the first 3 games and halfway through today's game, Kylian Mbappe has had 25 shots, the most of any player in La Liga, and he has yet to score a goal. He then gets a nice goal. He took it well, kind of passed by Valverde through his legs to him. Great little slots it past the goalkeeper, 1-0. And then Vinny Jr. gets taken down for penalty. Vinny Jr. hands the ball to Mbappe. Mbappe puts it in the back of the net. So now he has 2 goals. He gets his first goals for Real Madrid after his move from PSG. But I tell you what, you can clearly see Kylian Mbappe and Vinny Jr. do not know how to play in the same side together. This is a struggle. Every single player on the Real Madrid team was trying to get Mbappe a goal. They kept passing to him. They kept trying to feed him the ball.
So they both did the same thing. They're just running behind.
But he tried that a couple times. It didn't seem to work. He cut in. He got stuffed. He's struggling. He was trying too hard. Now that he's got those 2 goals, it's going to be interesting to see the next couple of games now that that pressure's off. But what he's not used to is when he was at PSG, there was no pressure on him. It's League One. Big effing deal.
You are playing for PSG.
You're in now La Liga playing for one of the best teams in the world in one of the biggest stadiums in the world. Every play you play on the field is just scrutinized. Again, World Cup winner, World Cup finalist, World Cup hat trick, but
Just
the amount of pressure he's on, I think he was struggling.
Just give the guy a minute, all right? It's like, it's game 4, can we have this conversation at the end of the year?
Yeah.
Like, my God.
I don't know, man. It's
Too
just-
much stock is given in the first couple of games.
So, agreed.
Just got done with the Euros. The man's tired.
You know what?
How many baguettes has he eaten so
Only
far?
2.
Yeah, that's
Only
the problem. His baguette level is low.
Very low. Back in
Very low.
We should have like a meter.
Switching to
How many
tacos.
tacos?
Yeah.
How are you talking about? The man's French.
He's in Spain, though. He switched
He's
to
gonna
trying
eat
to...
paella.
Have you been to Spain? They don't eat tacos there.
Fine, quesadillas.
This,
Oh, God.
kids, guys, this is what we deal with.
You know.
Let me handle this one, Craig.
Yep.
Yes.
No.
Maybe.
We need to have like a button where Nate just goes, I got to push the button. No. All right, so here's the one thing that's the problem right now with Real Madrid. They have not replaced Toni Kroos. They are struggling in the center of the field right now, someone who can distribute the ball properly. They have Bellingham, who's out injured. Tchouaméni is out injured. Camavinga, who's out injured. They are struggling right now with even distribution throughout the field, and it's showing. This could be their downfall for the year. If they don't solve that problem, you may have some issues when the big boys of Barcelona and Bayern Munich come calling, because Champions League is coming up. All right, fellas, are we ready to do Champions League? Are we ready
Yes.
to talk?
Are
Nate?
we going to use our whiteboards for this one?
Sure.
Nate had a good idea we should use them for.
Can I use the song?
You want to play the
We
song?
are the champions.
All right.
I had to take my headphone off.
This is what happens when you don't call in.
Oh, God, my ears. You just blew out my eardrums. All right, let's put up some Champions League.
I don't understand any of this.
Okay, you ready? So I'm going to put this up.
Oh, my
Here's-
God, my eyes hurt even
I
more.
know,
Why
I
did
know.
you? This does not help.
I know, and I apologize. So these are the teams that were in pot 1 and the teams that got drawn out against them. So Real Madrid are playing Dortmund, Liverpool, Milan, Atalanta, some other team, Lille, Stuttgart,
Awesome.
and Brest. Stuttgart
Rest?
are going Brest, B-R-E-S-T.
Rest.
What are they?
They're French. Stuttgart are going to the Bernabeu. They go to Real Madrid.
Yeah. We're going to
That's
dump truck you.
That's going to be a fun game. So these are the top teams in the world. Now, top teams in the world are teams in the last 5 years who've done well in the Champions League. So a lot of people are confused because like, wait a minute, Liverpool, why are they in pot 1? They didn't even play in the Champions League last year.
Oh, they
Yes,
won it a few times.
but the last couple of years,
Yeah.
last 5 years, they have been in it and they've done well. So some of the
So-
best teams, Barcelona, Leipzig, Dortmund, Inter, Liverpool, PSG, Munich, City, and Madrid.
Cool. So the popular Super League teams get favored draws. Nice.
They,
Nice.
well, yes and
I like
no.
I like that the teams with the most money get the more favorable draws. It's good. It's good.
Yes and no.
Great system.
Yes and no.
Great
yes
system.
and no. So,
Just yes.
as you can see, City play Inter, PSG, Bruges, Juventus, Feyenoord, Sporting. I don't know who SPA is.
Sparta? Is that Sparta Prague?
It's not Sparta Prague. It's Sparta something. It's Sparta Herbosa
I'll
or
look at
something.
it. Who is this, Man City?
Yeah.
I'll look at
And as you can see, teams running down there. Dortmund play Barcelona, Real Madrid, Shakhtar Donetsk, Bruges, Celtic, and some other teams, and Bologna at the end.
So you know what sucks about this?
Yep. You can't.
None of this means anything.
I mean,
I virtually don't care.
really?
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
Because remember when you had the group deaths and all that fun stuff, and you go, oh, shit, this guy's got, oh, man. You know, Munich is playing PSG and Liverpool. And it's, oh, my God, that's a
Sparta
hard
Prague,
group.
by the way.
It is Sparta Prague?
Yes.
Or something else. Okay.
It's literally, it's meaningless right now. It's absolutely meaningless because everyone's got a chip shot team like a Sparta Prague or a Brest or a Genk.
Everybody, Genk.
You know,
Genk.
and then Genks.
A Feyenoord, Nord.
For sure. You know, like everyone's got those teams that no one's ever heard about that they're going to dump truck rapidly.
Oh, everybody's
I watch
got a team.
Feyenoord every week. What are you talking about?
Like
shut
young
up.
boys. Young boys.
Yeah. Or
By the way, don't use the words "I'm going to watch Young Boys" when
That's
talking
bad.
about their game.
But I'm being serious.
Me too.
You got a bunch. Touche. You got a bunch of teams that nobody's heard of or cared about that don't belong that probably should be in the
Because
championship.
they expanded the field. You mean in
Yes.
Expanded the field.
in
Yes.
the Europa.
So you got a bunch of your youthless teams that should be in Europa. You know, and honestly, I look at Stuttgart and I go, you shouldn't be in the Champions League, even though you finished second. I'd rather see them in the Europa where they would actually
They
compete.
finished second. They finished with the.
I'd rather see them in the Europa where they could compete.
You finished in the top four. It's
I
a
ra-
reward.
I'm going to say it a third time. I'd rather see them in the Europa where they could have competed. Okay, so they don't have the money to compete against these teams. Neither does the Spartas or the whatevers or the.
But that's the
Celtic
fun part, to see if they can upset them.
They're not going to upset them.
You don't know that.
Yes,
what?
I do.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Where's your crystal ball?
Villa finished fourth, and if all of a sudden someone has said, "Oh, by the way, because you haven't been in the Champions League in the last 5 years, you're not going to be in the Champions League next year," even though I know you finished fourth, and we know we promised you that, but no, you're going to be in the Europa League. What? No, finished fourth. I want Champions League. I don't care if
Okay,
Bayern Munich come
hold
in
on.
and dump us.
Fine, whatever. Back to your comment. Yeah. Do you want to put money that the majority of teams that have, I don't know, wage budget substantial are not going to lose to the wage budget unsubstantial?
No, I
It's-
agree.
It's
Yeah, you
it's
never
ridiculous. No, it's not even a question mark. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. They wanted more games so they could make more money.
They wanted more
This is
games.
stupid. It's absolutely stupid. You're going to have a bunch of 5-0, 6-0 matches. So this whole first round of games, until you get to where it matters when all the garbage teams are out, is absolutely a goddamn waste of my time.
Okay. All right.
So I don't give a shit what you post here. Don't give a crap. Don't give a crap. Don't give a crap. Next one. Pot 3. Don't give a shit.
I
Pot 4.
have
Don't give a shit.
a
Pot
couple
5.
of
Don't give a
teams.
shit. Let me
Only
get.
4.
I will wait till we get to when it matters,
The knockout rounds.
the knockout rounds, because this crap here doesn't give two shits in my books. It's all useless.
Could it be good financially, though, for the
Don't-
big clubs to go to the smaller clubs?
Don't give a crap.
Only for the smaller
It's
clubs.
useless.
Just saying, though. That's
It's
a good
useless.
Okay.
It's all useless.
Here's your pot 3
Ah.
fixtures.
It's all bullshit. Who cares?
Ah.
Oh, I really want to see what
thing. I want to see Slovan Bratislava play Man City. Come on.
Stop it. Nobody wants to see that. It's going to be a 6-0 runoff.
Stuttgart plays Sparta Prague. That'd be a good one.
That's going to be the one game they win. Nobody cares. It's going to be me and 2 other people in our Facebook group watching that. And we'll all join each other.
And your-
Stupid.
And your new friend here, who's now a Stuttgart fan here in
Yeah.
Metro Detroit.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to skip, and I want to show you. This is pot 4. This is Aston Villa.
No one
Aston
cares.
Villa have Bayern Munich at home at Villa Park. Bayern Munich, come on, let's go. Then we go to Leipzig. By the way, we played Leipzig this past summer. Then Juventus come to Villa Park the day before Thanksgiving. Some people might be looking into airfares and tickets for that. Just saying. Then Bruges, Celtic, Young Boys, Bologna, and I can't remember who one is.
So you're going to
You're
lose.
going to go out of Villa for Thanksgiving?
I said some people. It
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
mean
So you're
me.
going to lose,
Yeah.
maybe
Maybe,
tie
yeah.
the first 3, and then you're going to play 4 teams that are absolutely garbage housing, and it doesn't matter. You'll move forward. This is ridiculous. Stupid.
I mean, look at Stuttgart.
Stupid.
Oh, that Bologna
PSG?
match looked interesting.
Stupid.
PSG at home,
Stupid.
Real Madrid away, Atalanta
Even
at
dumber.
home, Juventus away. Young Boys,
And then we win the rest because the rest of the teams are garbage and don't even belong there.
All you got to do is win 3 games.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Win
what I'm
3,
saying.
tie 2.
It's why it's stupid.
Win 3, tie 2, and you're through to the next round. Let's do this. Come on, Villa.
Dumb. None of this whole thing means jacking off.
You're just downplaying it in case your team sucks.
No, I'm not downplaying it. Look at those teams. You just stated it. You just stated it.
I mean, you're not wrong. Listen,
You're going to
you
play
win
3
3
hard
games.
teams and lose.
Are we doing your whiteboard thing that you suggested?
Wait, what's the whiteboard thing again? I can't remember what was the
You're
whiteboard?
gonna write no on there.
Dumb. There's your whiteboard. All right? You like it? Cool. This whole shit is useless. When does the actual real games happen?
Those don't start till like January, I think.
Sweet. Then I'll tune in January. Up until then, it's just a bunch of crap that they're trying to make money on.
Whoa, FIFA are not trying to make money. They are
Stupid.
concerned about the games and the
They're
quality.
stupid.
Your thing guessing who's gonna win Champions League? What was it, Nate?
I'm not going to guess until we play some real teams in the knockout.
Okay, so we have to
Stupid.
wait.
So you don't want to guess who's going to win the whole Champions League right now after 2 weeks of the entire
Why?
season? I don't
Who's
know.
gonna be the sleeper and
dumb.
make it through that shouldn't have gotten there?
Young boys.
No. There will be no sleepers.
Celtic.
No. There will be no sleepers.
Monaco.
It's all stupid. You have this fantasy that some shit's going to happen like in a Disney movie. That ain't real. This is real life.
That does happen.
No,
Miracle
it
did
freaking
happen.
doesn't. Miracle is a joke, and the reason why it happened was because of weird restrictions that the Russian team happened, that they left out of the goddamn Disney movie. It's all stupid.
What?
It's all stupid.
Hey, Cucho, yeah, your whole your text of can we fire Nate tonight? It's coming true.
Yeah.
Cucho, call in and maybe they'll fire me. And then you're stupid like Sada Brog.
Oh, Cucho, I love the text. Thank you. All right, we are going to move on, but that's the Champions League. Again, the draw happened.
The Champions League doesn't
loved
start.
it.
No.
I absolutely loved it. Starts the 17th.
No, it doesn't.
Starts the
It
17th.
starts January in the knockout rounds, and the real teams play each other.
Oh boy.
I can't wait till the 17th. I want to see Aston Villa in the Champions League.
Make it
You
say
have
from
no
us
idea
playoffs.
how long I've waited for this.
Your Champions League victory has been tainted because they changed everything.
I don't care.
It's all dumb. It means nothing.
I don't care.
You want your participation trophy? Let me give it to you.
Ooh, can I have one?
Yeah, sure.
What happens when your team wins and upsets a big team?
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
Because we don't need to win or upset a big team. It doesn't matter. All we have to do is beat the garbage-ass teams that don't belong there in the first place.
Hey, Brooks, you remember when Nate said he had to go downstairs to pee? He had to go to
Yeah.
the bathroom? I think he went and did shots of whiskey again.
Hey.
I did. Now I'm ready to go.
knew it.
And I realized that we're talking about nonsense.
Whiskey-fueled Nate
It's
is
like
so fun.
It's like saying how important the MLS is. No offense, Brooks.
Whoa.
When 9 out of the goddamn 12 teams make the playoffs, it's not important at all. Okay, because they're all just making the playoffs.
Oh, well, it's important if you win because then you make CONCACAF Champions League.
Yeah, if you win it, Brooks.
Yeah.
Not if you make it, because over half the teams are already there.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
All right. Well,
I
we're
came
moving
in
on.
6th. I came in 1st. Guess what that means? Jack and shit.
Yeah, there's
Because you're
some-
all in the playoffs, and now it matters.
There are some upsets in the playoffs.
No shit. That's like I just said. It doesn't matter where you finish at. Did you miss that point?
Should the Champions League playoffs? So there's one game
The whole thing's
elimination.
a playoff. It is once you get
It
past
doesn't.
the group phase.
Yeah, thank you. And then it matters. Right now,
League
it's garbage.
Hmm.
That's what I said. Thank you for all agreeing with me.
All right. Well, we're going to move on, Nate, to a
It's
topic
stupid.
you may like a little bit more or not. I think we might have one topic you could like less than the Champions League topic.
Go on.
Yes, I'm listening.
Go on.
The U.S. men's national team roster, September friendly roster dropped.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
out.
Yeah,
Gonna go home.
I got to go do more shots of whiskey from my car.
Jesus Christ.
Well, here you go. Here's who we've got in the camp that is about to come. It's people are flying in. All right, goalkeepers: Ethan Horvath, Diego Cochin, Patrick Schulte, Matt Turner.
2 I don't care for. 2 I'm fine with.
Who did you want to have in here?
No.
I mean, those are probably the best 4 to have in there, right?
No.
Who else would you have put in?
No, Horvath has been playing horribly for his championship club. Schulte does not deserve to be in there. Diego Cochin I'm fine with because he's coming up in the Barcelona system, and they actually see him as a potential maybe replacement for Ter Stegen. And then I'm fine with Matt Turner.
Okay. All right.
I'd like to see Salvatano on there one day.
Maybe, yeah, Saltano, or like I said, Chris Brady one day.
Yeah, maybe.
But I have to say this is like the safe pick. This is basically who they called in last time, right?
Yeah, with the exception of Diego Cochin being the
So
new
it's
one.
which is my point. As we go on, it's basically the same players.
Okay,
Close enough, yeah.
Defenders: Marlon Fossey, Christopher Lund, Mark McKenzie, Tim Ream.
Why?
Gets recalled. I know why. Good God, why? Chris Richards, Joe Scally, Austin Trusty, Caleb Wiley. Tim Ream, have we not moved past Tim Ream yet? Why? Why?
I don't know.
We have enough older players there. Chris Richards is becoming a leader. I mean, why?
I don't know. I mean, obviously, Trusty's not ready for it yet, but this is the time when you play him, though, right? To get him that experience, right? Against Canada, New
I
Zealand.
guess, but Tim Ream? Tim Ream!
That's what I mean. That's because he would play in Tim Ream's spot.
Get out! Tim Ream doesn't even be taking up a roster spot.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be there. All right, midfielders: Brendan Aronson, Johnny Cardoso, who came in for Real Betis today, Luca Del Torre, Aiden Morris. I like that pick there. Yunus Musa, Gio Reyna. Gio freaking Reyna. Gio Reyna. Are we serious with this pick right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's not, he's not playing. I'm sure Dortmund are like, take him. He needs to play.
Gio Reyna. Gio freaking Reyna. What has he done to earn a spot on this roster?
His parents called in.
Has to be.
No, I mean honestly, to me it just looks like they just copied and pasted from the
They really did. They really did.
And reality is, you don't have your full-time coach in, so
Yeah. It's Mikey Varas who's then gonna after this go prepare for he got the head coaching job at the San Diego MLS club, the new one. So that's
if
what he's
you're-
done.
Give the fucking roster spot to someone who deserves it other than Tim Ream and Gio fucking Reyna.
Sure.
There's a bunch of players who are busting their ass who are young enough.
Sure.
Bring some of those kids up.
Sure.
like
Maybe
Maloney.
Yeah, any fucking player.
Yeah.
I would rather see a 20-year-old right now
I'd rather
kick it in the MLS or in USL Championship than fucking Gio Reyna.
I mean, you probably see Zimmerman in there if it wasn't the playoff time, right? So technically, if, that he would be in there, and then Robinson would as well.
So wait,
I think Robinson just got hurt,
put
didn't
Zimmerman in because it's playoffs?
Well, it's getting to the end of the season where you got to make the playoffs here for MLS. So, and these are just friendlies. So, and I honestly, MLS sometimes doesn't they play through the international break sometimes, and they're trying to change that. But I don't care. Again, the Del Torre, Cardoso, I don't care for. I would like Aiden Morris to play in there with Yunus Musa and Tillman. I think that would be a good one. Aiden Morris has done very well at Middlesbrough. They've done extremely well. He started, I think, the first 3 or 4 games, and he's contributed.
As Nate calls it.
I did? Middlesbrough?
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
You guys say Middlesbrough.
My bad.
You gotta
It's
put
the
that,
Queen's English.
put that extra American cheese accent on there.
Sacre bleu.
He is playing really well at Middlesbrough.
Yes.
though.
Brendan
He
Aronson is
is.
playing really well for Leeds as well.
Exactly. And
Yes.
if he wants to start in the midfield, I think that's a good spot for him as well. And then forwards, I mean, get predicted this one, Balogun, Pepe, Pulisic, Sargent, and Wright.
Why you're calling in right, I don't know, but
Vasquez still needs
Vasquez?
Vasquez still needs a spot in there. I mean, but the question, well, Liga MX is going now, but the question is, I don't know.
I mean, Vasquez, I think, deserves a chance. He deserves an opportunity to come in. I don't agree with Hadji Wright. I haven't checked up on him, how he's doing.
Sargent's been
Coventry
interesting.
again in the championship, but
So Josh Sargent's been interesting because he's been scoring for Norwich.
Norwich.
Leonard Maloney, who starts almost every
He should
game.
be in there, and it'd be interesting to see like Maloney, Morris, and Aronson in the midfield. Honestly, it'd be interesting to see them in the middle. Yeah, just maybe that's a Ponch do. But Ponch is like, this is the last time we're doing this crazy crap, and we're actually gonna, come January, we're gonna mix it up and we're gonna surprise people.
Yeah, and Pochettino has not officially signed yet. I think they're still haggling with the lawyers in Chelsea and figuring all that out. But these games are, they play the first game, USA versus Canada, 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon from Kansas City. That game can be found on Peacock and TBS. The other game, I don't have that written down, but they play New Zealand.
It's September 7th.
I think it's a couple of days, 3 days later.
Yeah.
And then the other game that people might care about, England versus Republic of Ireland, noon on Saturday, September 7th from Dublin. Always a good game when England and Ireland play. fully expect England to win 2 or 3-0, although they do have some injuries at the moment. So it's a friendly. Who the F knows? I'll probably tune in and watch because
It's England.
it's England. It's what I do.
No German national team friendlies?
You know, they're playing. I just don't have it written down. Yeah, they got it.
Play some teams.
I just put the two that I
A
think.
few.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
figured I'd put these two that most people would be
Greg
interested in.
doesn't like the Germans, so he just, said, hey,
It's the Germans.
they play,
The Germans
actually, they
are-
have,
Curious, who do they play?
they're not friendlies, though. They're UEFA Nation League 8.
Oh, and this garbage of the Nation League.
They're
crap.
actually playing some good competitions. They're playing Hungary. They're playing Netherlands. Those are good games.
Those are actually
Are.
really good games. So Hungary, highly underrated. Soboslai in the middle of the field there. And then obviously you know what the Netherlands can do with Memphis Depay and Virgil van Dijk and Matheson and that.
And it's going to be a bit of a new look German team because they had a bunch of retired players. They're actually bringing in Alexander Nubel from Stuttgart. Yeah. Where's my applause, Brooks? Fuck. Come on.
Is that all we got to do? Is we got to ask for the applause and we get it now?
And
Ah.
Leo Stiller
You
from
can.
Stuttgart, first time call up. Well, come on, Brooks. And Dennis Udav and Chris Frulich, both from Stuttgart.
All from
Another applause, Brooks.
Enough with the applause. I'm just kidding. Yeah, so those are going to be good games. As you said, new look.
It's a new look
Because a lot of players have decided to retire from it. Thomas Muller's retired. Tony Kroos is obviously retired.
Yep.
There's someone else who retired.
Neuer.
Neuer.
Manuel Neuer. That's correct. No, Thomas Muller today, 710 games for Bayern Munich. And he scored his 150th goal.
Yeah.
That goal he scored today.
It was very good.
Oh, my word. As the ball comes in, takes the ball down with his right foot and flicks it to his left, strikes it with his left foot, all inside about the 8 to 10 yard box. And just, what a phenomenal goal. So, Thomas Muller. well done.
Somehow I missed this. Maximilian Mittelchef also will be starting or playing, called in from Stuttgart as well. Yeah, thank you. Who also signed a new long-term deal with Stuttgart. Another applause. Thank you. So many applause. Yeah. We have so many internationals there for Stuttgart. Too bad we can't win a game. Anywho.
You listed off stuff for England. Maybe I'd throw applause.
Yeah. Where's your England players from Villa?
Jack Grealish is back. He's not a Villa player, but he's back in.
Don't give him an applause.
Ezri Konsa from Aston Villa is back into the squad. Ezri Konsa was one of the best players in the Euros.
There you go.
I
Didn't
feel
get
like
a consistent chance to play.
I feel like he's guessing.
He's got
Guessing.
I feel like he's guessing as well.
This one I don't agree with. Is it based? Okay, so let me put it this way.
Yeah.
Got him on the defense now.
It's a general question. So, we got England have a couple of games.
Mm-hmm.
New manager, caretaker
Are they
manager.
Nations League games like Germany, I imagine?
I don't know. I don't even care. I don't even let the Nations League.
Oh my
garbage.
God!
Here
The
we
Nations
go.
League stuff is garbage.
You get a trophy.
No one fucking cares.
Brooks cares. Brooks wants more trophies.
Right. So,
Yeah, for derbies, though.
as you're calling players in for these two games, should it be based on form? Should it be based on how you did the Euros? Should it be based on last year? What are you doing? Because there's a player who's called in who I can tell you his form has fallen off.
Like you play Ireland, like you said, then you play some Finland, and then
Finland, but it is
Yeah.
Finland. The
Some
nation.
Finland.
Yeah.
It's parts of it.
Parts of
So if you're asking, are you asking Nate Janulis?
Like, who would you call-
international
you call-
manager
Yes.
of the Stars?
FIFA international manager of the Stars, Nate
Yes.
Janulis.
So here's where the U.S. team absolutely failed, and where Germany has done all right, and where I'd say England
I'll tell you in a minute.
has done all right. I'm not worried about form because form is subjective with the team that you're playing, right? I'm calling in guys on my radar that I think could help the team that I've never seen before.
Yep.
So we just named off, and I just named off some players like Steller, and who's never played for the national team. He's being called in for the first time. There's a lot of other guys. I lost some guys, again, as Germany, lost some guys, and now I need to find a replacement. So I'm bringing new guys in, new fresh faces to see how they interact in the cap, how they get along, what's their demeanor in the cap. Are they helping or are they hurting? Just in the camp, right? And then you're not even talking about games. Now you get into games. How are they in the games, right? So it's a whole process, and it kicks off with bringing new people in. This is why I'm a little bit disappointed with the U.S. national team, because they went with cookie cutter. We're just going to bring the same guys in. Yeah. Why not bring in new, fresh faces? So if England, and I'm sorry, I really don't know who England's bringing in.
But I'm trying to look that up right now.
If England's bringing in a couple new faces, even if they're out of form, I still think it's warranted to see how they interact with the team.
They are not bringing in any new faces. They're all old faces. A Jack Grealish, who hasn't played very much so far this current campaign.
Okay.
They bring in Ollie Watkins, who's played 3 games and lasted the 60-minute mark and should have 4 effing goals on the year, but doesn't. And it's just he's off form right now, but scored a great goal and played well in the Euros when he came in. Obviously, last year, 19 goals, 13 assists in the Premiership. Does he deserve to be in the squad? I would say most likely because
I would give him a look.
I've not heard of some of these guys they brought in.
Name them off. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. So goalkeepers: Dean Henderson.
Yep.
Jordan Pickford, Nicholas Pope. Obviously, we've heard of.
Pickford was a starter from the Euros. Pope was was injured through the summer, but prior to that,
usually goalkeepers you don't need to get a new look at.
So
back line: Levi Colwell.
Caldwell. Yep.
Mark Gui.
Great. Yep. He was there.
Esri Konsa.
That's Aston Villa's Esri Konsa. Yep.
Rico Lewis.
Yep.
Tino Livramento.
Yes. Who's he play for? It's not Brighton, is it? That's probably a new call-in. I think he might have been in the camp once before, but it's probably a newer call-in.
That wasn't your Euro starters.
No.
Correct.
So what's wrong with that?
Maguire's still there.
Yes, Maguire and Stones are there. Yes.
Yeah,
Maguire, Stones. Those are going to be.
You can't turn over everyone.
Midfielder.
Yep.
Midfield: Trent Alexander-Arnold,
Back in again. Yep.
Connor Gallagher,
Yep.
Morgan Gibbs-White,
Yep.
Angel Gomez.
Who, by the way, I think should have been there.
Gomez?
No.
Or Gibbs-White?
Gibbs-White, but
Okay.
it is what it is. Yep.
Mainu,
Yeah.
Cole Palmer, Declan Rice.
Yep.
And then forwards: Jared Bowen,
Yep.
Abrechi Eze,
Yep. Eze.
Phil Foden,
Yep.
Anthony Gordon,
Yep.
Jack Grealish, Harry Kane, Noni Maduke,
The kid from Chelsea.
Yep. Saka.
Yep.
And the final, Ollie Watkins.
So you got like 2 new players at the most.
Any interesting 2 new guys?
Here's the problem. It's caretaker manager, though, right?
Yeah.
It is, yes.
And that's the difference.
I think he could end up actually taking the full-time
But that's the
job.
difference. Where Nagelsmann, this is the difference. You got 2 caretaker managers pretty much calling in the same guys.
Yep.
And you got a permanent manager going, I need to start looking at my squad for the World Cup.
Yep.
That's the difference, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because the caretaker manager is really easy not to rock the boat, calling the standard guys. Yeah. You do a good job, pat on the back, thank you very much. Yeah. You know, as the guy who's going to be in charge going into the World Cup, you want to know damn well who the hell you're going to have when it matters. And that's the difference.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. No, that's
combined with the turnover.
That's probably a good thought. That's probably some good thoughts. Again, they're friendlies.
They're Nation League.
The Nation League matches.
You got a trophy.
You
Brooks,
do.
tell them about the trophy.
Yeah.
I was
shiny metal
saying
thing.
Trophy.
They are friendlies for the USA and then Nation League
Oh.
in Europe that no one absolutely
Against some
no
Ireland
one
and some
cares
Finland.
about.
But you get a trophy. Brooks, tell them about the trophy.
You get a trophy.
Yeah.
Who won the Nations League trophy last year?
You get a trophy.
Yeah.
Tell them about the trophy.
All
Yeah.
about the trophy.
Do you get medals?
Yeah.
You get
You
medals.
guys like trophies. Have you brought one home yet?
Yeah. Everyone likes a trophy and a medal.
F you, Brooks.
Sorry.
F you,
Sorry.
Brooks.
Wow.
You're not
I had to.
invited out. All right. So a couple of notes, things I want to get to here, boys. So listen, the big transfer news that didn't happen, Victor Osimhen.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Can you believe what happened here? So Al Hilal was going after Ivan Toney and Victor Osimhen. They bid for Ivan Toney, and then Napoli said, "Wait a minute, Victor Osimhen is a hell of a lot better than Ivan Toney, and you're only bidding a little bit more money? No, we want more money." Napoli said, "No. We want a lot more money now." And Al Hilal said, "No, we're not going to do it." They only had 1 foreign roster spot to give away to a new player. And they picked Ivan Toney over Victor Osimhen because it was a lot cheaper. As we said, Ivan Toney moving from Brentford to Al Hilal, £40 million. He takes his salary from £40,000 a week to £400,000 a week. That is absolutely incredible for an average player. That is absolutely incredible. But Victor Osimhen made it so hard on Napoli, they have not registered him. He is not registered to play in Serie A. He can't do anything in Serie A until January, until they re-register him there or sell him. There is, in my opinion, no way back. Antonio Conte was asked this week, since you did not sell Victor Conte, will you be registering and putting him back in the team? He said, no, our plans are set. We've made our decision. He is not part of our setup. He'll be sitting out. Victor Osimhen now has to sit out. He turned down Chelsea. I'm pretty sure he turned down Arsenal as well, and maybe one other club who's bidding on him. Whoopsie. You wanted more money. You want to go to Saudi Arabia. It did not work out very well for you, my friend. Victor Osimhen, you are unregistered, and you are not playing. Crazy. Just crazy. You have written something on your whiteboard.
Yeah, well, we're waiting for the transfer stuff. We're waiting for that specific one.
Are we?
Which one? Which one are we waiting for?
You know the one.
No, I've already forgotten. This is how my mind works.
No, you haven't. He's my favorite national team player that went to some club that he should.
Oh, yes. All right. So,
Yeah.
Johnny Cardoso?
Yeah.
So, Johnny Cardoso.
Hold on. You get an applause for that.
Yes. I was like, wait a minute. Yes. Johnny
You do.
Cardoso is now property owned by Tottenham Hotspur, but loaned out to Real Betis. So, I mean.
Ready? Here's the multiple choice of the answer that's correct for this. Ready?
Yeah, I'm going to put, go ahead.
Yes. Ready?
Yep, go ahead. The multiple choice is Tottenham are A, morons, B, doo-doo heads, C, stupid, or D, all of the above. You don't like Johnny Cardoso?
No.
Why is this such a bad move? Come on. They spent, was it like a couple million on him to own his rights. and
Another
then loan
Premier
him
League
out.
club wasting money on an American player that's not ready for the EPL, nor should he be in the EPL.
He did
think-
all right.
Do you think he will ever?
No.
Wait, did you just give yourself an applause?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Did-
No, he will never because he's not physical enough, nor is he quick enough to play in the
How
EPL.
old is Johnny Cardoso?
He's like in his young 20s, but that doesn't mean he's fast and athletic enough. Freaking A. Once Adam Morris does well this year for Middlesbrough, he's going to go up to the Premier League, and that'll be fine. He'll be ready.
I will be interested to see if he makes his way to the Premier
Tyler
League.
Adams could do it. He's just hurt all the time, unfortunately.
Hold up your board again.
Yeah.
So Tottenham are A, morons, B, doo-doo heads, C, stupid, or D, all of the above. I'm going with A. They're morons.
Okay. What about you, Nate?
I mean, he had 17 starts, 1 goal, and 2 assists
As a midfielder.
as a defensive midfielder.
It's not that bad.
It's not that
Well,
bad.
they're hedging their bets. I don't remember what the
It's easier to
transfer-
defend in La Liga than it is in
What was the transfer
in
fee?
EPL.
Can we look up what the transfer fee was for him? Because they just own his rights, but they've loaned him out now. So they're hedging their bets, saying we think this guy's got a potential. We think this could work.
I mean,
look
if
at
they're
it.
not paying a lot for him,
No, it was a low amount by any standard.
what's wrong with that?
Yeah, and trust me. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I'll look up the transfer fee then.
Yeah, let's see, because I'm interested.
I mean, it's no Timo Werner.
Ooh, that's still a loan deal, right, from Leipzig?
In exchange, okay, ready? In exchange, Tottenham have picked up the rights to sign Cardoso for a fixed fee of around $33 million, considered by both parties to be a discounted price for his services. You can get a better player than Johnny Cardoso for
That's
that much.
$33 million, right? 25 million pounds, I think
Yes.
is what it was. I remember the number 25 for some reason, but that wasn't like, I was like, that doesn't sound right, so I went lower, but
Yeah.
Okay,
If
was
the
right.
ready, if the Spurs opt not to sign him, though they will have a sell-on clause that allows them to earn a certain percentage of a future transfer.
So they own his rights, and if they decide they don't want to buy him full out, they'll just sell him and then earn a percentage of that? So they're
Yes.
like a middleman without ever having him actually ever playing for their club.
Yep,
That is an interesting deal.
it is.
That doesn't happen very often.
It doesn't, but you
That
could have
is a
spent
unique
$33 million on something more efficient than Johnny Cardoso.
Huh. Okay. All right, boys. Question for the group here. Question for everybody watching. What is the craziest thing that's happened in the past 3 to 4 days? Is it Victor Osimhen?
Oh, you're
Not-
writing whiteboards for this?
Use the whiteboard. Go for it. I'm going to put it to you, boys. I'll give you some options. Is it Victor Osimhen not getting registered and actually moving away from Napoli? Is it Ivan Toney going to Al Hilal and earning £400,000 a week? Or is it Bayer Leverkusen losing their first game? First game, by the way, out of 35 Bundesliga matches. What's the craziest thing that's happened in the last couple of days?
Only those three, or there can be other ones?
Oh, I'll throw another one in. I'll throw that Everton game. Everton 3, Bournemouth 3, Everton 2. Everton being up 2-0 in the 87th minute and tossing the game away. What's the craziest thing that out of all those, in your opinion? What's crazier? I mean, if you think about it, all those are crazy. Being up 2-0 and then in the 87th minute and then losing 3-2 within 10 minutes, that's pretty nutty. Ivan Toney getting sold for $40 million, that's fine. But the amount of money he's earning is ridiculous. Oshimen not moving and not being registered by Napoli after last year having a transfer fee of 125 million euros put on his head. I mean, that's pretty nutty. What do we got? Or Leverkusen, who we didn't expect to lose for like 2 months. What do we got, Brooks?
Do Nate first.
Oh, all right. Nate, what do you got, buddy?
I mean, Leverkusen is bound to happen eventually.
Yeah.
Leipzig's a good team.
Absolutely.
Okay, crap happens. Whatever. Ivan Toney, I'm surprised he didn't stay in the Premier League after he said he wanted to stay in the Premier League and go to a better team, but whatever.
Hard to turn down 400,000.
I don't think he's ever going to see that. But, okay, my thing is
Oshimen.
Ozzy.
Yeah.
Osimhen staying. That is a very, very toxic thing. You left one out, though.
Oh, ooh. What other crazy thing happened? Do I miss?
Jadon Sancho going to Chelsea. I think is absolutely goddamn nuts.
Well, all right, hold on. What's nuttier? Him going to Chelsea or Raheem Sterling going to Arsenal?
Well, Raheem Sterling, I get. You know what I mean? He wanted out. Arsenal needed a player.
Well, I don't think he wanted out. They wanted him out.
I think him looking at the playboard going, I'm never going to see a minute, and you have 152 players now. 153 after you picked up Sancho. I would rather go somewhere where there's at least a smidge of opportunity to play. And Arsenal is paying, I think, $100 million a week, and Chelsea's still picking up his salary. For the remaining 200.
You meant 100,000
or 100,000. Sorry, so 100,000.
Yeah.
So and it's just a loan deal, right?
Yeah, it's a loan.
Yeah, loan.
Yeah.
So that to me is not that crazy, and I think Arsenal made out with a potential solid option there, and I think that'll be good for them. Sancho
going from Manchester United to
with
Chelsea
obligation to buy
for $25 million.
But still, you're gonna have to buy him for 25.
In today's market, $25 million is not a lot.
But let's think about what happened with the issue with Sancho at United.
Oh yeah,
he wasn't playing. Mm-hmm. Then he got pissed. He got pissed at the manager and created a whole bunch of hoopla to the point where the manager said, "Get the French get out of here because you're creating problems." To the point where then they had to make amends so they could move him on.
Don't forget, in amongst that whole thing, he went back to Borussia Dortmund.
Which Borussia Dortmund said, "I will not buy this player for 30,000."
Million.
30 million. Sorry,
I thought at that point the
United wanted 30 million,
more.
And Borussia Dortmund said
he was a
he's
starter
not,
at Borussia
he's
Dortmund
not valued
for a couple
at
of
30
games.
million. Oh yeah, sure, that's fine. They played him, but you got to remember that was just a loan, and they turned around and said he's not worth even 30 million.
It's surprising that they didn't want him, but I get it.
My turn.
Not really that surprising.
Hold on,
but the fact that he's now moved to Chelsea. How many wing players did Chelsea have?
Too many. 17 too many.
And now, where is he going to play? Where is he going to fit in?
How many minutes do we actually think he's going to get?
Left corner.
And so is he going to be happy? I doubt it.
Yes.
Probably just living in London, earning a lot of money.
But he wasn't happy living in Manchester, earning a lot of money either.
Well, a lot of there's a big difference over Manchester and London, right? And a lot of people love living in London. Agreed. It's crazy. Absolutely. That might be crazier than the ones I listed.
It's going to be a problem.
Yeah,
I think
you're right.
It's going to blow up.
Yep. Brooks, out of all the ones we've listed, what's the craziest thing? And do you have?
Oh no, I didn't. I'm not even talking about the ones you listed.
Were you drawing dinosaurs again on your board?
No.
What
Dinosaur chicken nuggets, by the way.
Have you got a whole different one than we?
I do. Ready?
Okay,
Here's the craziest thing that's happened.
Like a paragraph written on there.
I do.
What?
So LA Galaxy still on the top of the Western Conference as number 1.
Yep.
And then IU dropping out of the top 25 after losing to SLU. No, they were number 7.
Wait. Okay, the LA Galaxy, I get that after last year and everything that happened to them. That's bizarre, right? They're still number 1. Great. You're telling me Indiana University lost to SLU in the opening game?
Yes.
Which we knew, but SLU were ranked.
They were.
They were ranked pretty highly. Indiana were ranked 7th.
Yes.
And because of that one loss, they dropped out of the 25?
Yes.
Because of one loss.
I know, right?
One loss. Are you sure there's not another loss in there?
Nope.
Wait.
After that first loss, they drop all the way.
SLU were ranked.
But they did then tie Notre Dame, and then I think they're playing Yale tonight, and they were winning. But, yeah, they were ranked number 7, and then after one loss at SLU in a tough environment, they drop out of the top 20.
And Notre Dame are ranked as well. Notre Dame are a good squad.
Yes, number 2.
So you tie Notre Dame, you lose to SLU, and then you drop out of the rankings?
I know. That's not crazy.
This college ranking stuff is garbage.
I know.
So
Still is, always has been.
we're listing super global, international, multi-million-dollar shit going on. You came up with those two?
Yep.
That's in his
They were
world.
important to me.
That's his important
'Cause
world.
that is my important world.
We're talking about stuff that people care about. And you bring
There are
shit-
people that care about stuff.
No,
I'm going
nobody
to say
cares
I
about that crap.
don't care too much about the LA Galaxy thing. I do care about the college soccer within Indiana
Hey,
University.
you know, if they're above like 60% of the league, guess what they do?
They go to the playoffs.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit.
All right, boys. That's going to wrap us up for the week. I appreciate everybody watching and listening and commenting. Very sad no one called in. Who's going to be our first
Oh
caller?
my God, we should give a prize.
Oh, God, now I got to give
should.
something away. We've already opened ourselves up to
One
this.
autograph Craig Hearn picture
Oh.
for the first caller.
Oh, jeez.
Now no one's ever going to call.
I'm going to call.
That'll be you. Guys, I got to sneak out back
Hey,
here.
I'll be right back. Hi, my name is
Mate.
Jaint Nanulus.
All right, well, that'll be next week. Big thank you to Soccer World, soccerworld.net for all your soccer gear needs. Or if you're here in Metro Detroit, 3 awesome locations for you to visit. Thank you to Next Level Training. They are the absolute best soccer trainers in the country. Get with Next Level Training if you want to be the next star. Thank you to the Michigan Jags. Michigan Jaguars, awesome club located here in Michigan. MichiganJaguarsFC.com for more information. Thomas McGee's, thank you so much. It is just starting up at Thomas McGee's. Every single game from every single league is on the TVs down there. They got food and beer. Get to Thomas McGee's in Eastern Market. Big thank you to the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. If you've got some injury you're trying to get back from, if you've got some sort of issue that's ailing you, the doctor, Dr. Zachary Atwood, is your guy. Big thank you to those guys. All right, Nate. All right, Brooks. Boys, thanks for being here as usual. And we'll be back next week. Until then, cheers.
Roast.